Teddy Bridgewater playing for the Saints.
Well, the worst thing too is if he goes like right before me, I forgot what it was.
I'm about to go level up, I cannot settle for nothing, I never been regular, always knew I could do better, I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. They didn't see all the time that I put in, now me and the money are way too attached. Still rapping 919, the city is mine and I put it all on the map. Coming for what I deserve, I put in the work, now I'm about to level up. Been on my grind since 2013, now the way that I live, I feel like a king. 24 hours, I'm locked in, I'm feeling like Kobe, getting these rings.
They bring six. Smith underneath, and they get it. Thornton.
Nothing left on my bucket list, but I'm grinding like I'm still in the basement. Ain't nobody who working harder. Money tall like Wembanyama. They be talking for the sidelines while I'm on the court. I've been a baller. I'm about to go level up, I cannot settle for nothing, I never been regular, always knew I could do better, I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. They didn't see all the time that I put in, now me and the money are way too attached. Still rapping 919, the city is mine and I put it all on the map. Coming for what I deserve, I put in the work, now I'm about to level up. Always knew my potential, hop in the Porsche and there ain't no rental. Came a long way from studying dental, now I got plaques inside of my bedroom. Already know where I've been headed, I took my risk and I don't regret it. They showing me love, I'm showing it back with every song I've been getting better. I know nothing that's good come free. No 9 to 5, I work all week. Put in my time and it keep paying off. I've been getting paid every time I speak. Used to have dreams of getting these ends. Now I make the money go work for me. Can't stop now cause I got what I wanted. Ain't nothing I need in my life but peace. I'm about about to go level up. I cannot settle for nothing. I never been regular. Always knew I could do better. I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. They didn't see all the time that I put in. Now me and the money are way too attached. Still repping 919. The city is mine and I put it all on the map. Coming for what I deserve. I put in the work. Now I'm about to level up, level up.
Salute Raider Nation. Appreciate y'all showing up, man. Salute to the chat. Salute to the mods in the chat, man. Salute to everybody here on the panel. Salute to Harvey. Salute to Ozzy. Salute to Mike, man. Salute to Seth out there in the chat. Appreciate all you guys, man. Really do. If you guys want to get a shout out before we get going.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, what's up, everybody out there in Raider Nation? It's the number one Raider stunner. What? Salute to Dustin. Salute to Sacktown Raider Mike. Wherever he might be. Salute to you, Raider Ozzy.
Salute, Aaron.
And I'm ready to talk some Raider football. So let's turn this mother out.
Yeah, salute to everyone on the panel, salute to everyone in the chat, salute Aaron, salute Yonder. And yeah, let's get rolling.
Let's go. Yeah, salute to everybody in the panel. Ozzy, good to see you again. Well, good to hear you again. And Harvey as well, and Dustin, of course. Thanks for having me on. And everybody in the chat, man. We're gonna see if we can do a good show tonight, man. Like usual.
Hell yeah. Salute Rudy, appreciate you, man. So look, man. So basically, we're just at a point where we're at the end of the season. There's nine teams, I think, this year. 9 total teams, maybe 10 total teams with the Bills. I'd have to look. I think it's 10 total teams with the Bills, but I could be wrong. But long story short, they fired a lot of head coaches in this offseason and a lot of good coaches. And you still have Sean out there, but I don't know if Sean wants to coach. I don't know if that guy is going to take off the year. I have no idea what his plans are. I don't even think I've heard anybody try to interview him either. And maybe you don't want to go to any team that's left. And I mean, I know the Steelers and the Ravens and so on, but I think they've already come down to like who they want, and that's kind of like where I feel like we're getting down to. All right. So you think about this whole deal here. A lot of coaches have already signed in places, man, that are taking away good coaches. And we've yet to even signal who any coach that we're going to even be interested in. You got multiple other channels that are reporting on, it's Jesse Minster, it's this, it's that. They change it every single day what coach it is. Go on, speculation, which there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody does that, I think, at this point in time, because this is probably the first time that the Raiders haven't leaked an actual person that they're like interested in. And I think it's just becoming obvious here at the end. Multiple people, like you have the Rams that have been out for weeks, no, I'm just kidding. But you have teams that are already where you can start interviewing with coaches, bring them in, like Jesse Minster for one. He has been out. You can go get them, bring them in here. I think did the Rams lose this last week? Are they out?
Yeah, Rams are out. So yeah,
Rams out.
So you can interview any one of their coaches at any given time, bring them in for multiple interviews. I feel like our coach, man, and I know it's gonna be in the Broncos or the fucking Seahawks.
Patriots.
Nah,
Seahawks.
It's either Clint Kubiak or it's gonna be Davis Webb. Or they may try to bring Vance Joseph and then Davis Webb as his OC. There's a big part of me that feels like it's going to be Davis Webb. There's a massive part of me that feels like it's going to be Davis Webb because of a lot of reasons. I've talked about this about Clint Kubiak multiple times. He has not developed any quarterbacks. He's not developed any. Now, when it comes to play calling, all these things, I don't think I would not discredit him. But we could have got Mike McDaniels. We interview the guy. We have him down there in Miami. We interview the guy. He literally tells the Browns that he's pulling out of the race for head coaching job and that he's going to stay between the Ravens and the Raiders. And then he fucking also just signs with the fucking Chargers as the offensive coordinator.
And my bad. Raider down yonder, said it, and I just looked at my sheet. I'm like, yeah, goddamn, that's right. Yeah,
I
the
thought,
Rams are in it. They beat the Bears. They beat the
I
Bears.
thought they were
Oh
still.
yeah, that's right. They
Yeah,
sure did. Yeah, they still
it
in it.
was
Yeah.
Seattle beat the 49ers. That's where I
That's
got
what
the
I
games.
thought.
Because,
I thought that they were still in the
yeah,
deal. That's why I was
Yeah,
yeah,
asking.
they're
so it's
still
gonna
in
be
it.
the Rams and the Seahawks in the NFC
Yeah,
Championship game this Sunday. Yeah,
at Seattle, Yeah.
yeah,
Yes. So long story short, you have Josh or Mike McDaniels. He ends up going to the Chargers right now. That's like our worst nightmare, if I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, if I was the Raiders, dude, I would have even probably hopped the gun and hired him as an OC or something. But I promise you, you didn't want Harbaugh running the fucking ball first when he got over there, and he does a damn good job on it, and he pounds the fucking ball right down people's neck, even with average halfbacks. And now you tell me you got the best. He's probably the best. I don't know if anybody's better than him, but you probably got the best run game fucking coordinator in all football and Mike McDaniels now with fucking Jim Harbaugh. And you just think, walk out there and stop that shit. Like they're gonna just ground and pound that motherfucker right down your neck and then just throw right on you. Like, think about this.
Man,
Herbert,
Joseph incoming, I think, at this point.
Herbert has not fucking had a real offensive coordinator like this guy. He's not had the guy like this yet. If he fails with a guy like this, he's going to be fired. Like, they're going to cut Justin Herbert. But if you're talking about Herbert probably about to play his best football, it's about most definitely to come here next year. And we don't do nothing to block this guy. Like, we don't do nothing. We don't try to be aggressive on good coaches.
nope.
I get the whole youth movement shit and all that, but I mean, you're just taking a massive gamble. But this is why I think it's going to be Webb, and this is why I think the Raiders are going to hire. I think they're going to hire Davis Webb. I've talked about it. He has never developed a rookie quarterback. I've said he's a great play caller. But one thing that Brady and multiple people inside that building said about Davis Webb, he said when he came in the interview, he said, I've never seen somebody prepare like the way this guy did in any head coaching interview or anything. He said when he sat down, he knew every single player on the team. He already had schemes made. He already had plays brought up. He said the guy fucking prepared like Tom Brady himself prepared for football games. And he said, you don't have to be the most talented dude. You don't have to fucking be the most athletic or this, that. He's like preparation, system, skill, all that shit, man, come in there with him. He's like, this is the guy that you'd want to fear facing week to week because he just hops on your homework instantly on teams. And I've said, even though I may not, I would probably trade the pick. Like, I would trade the pick. I know I would. But long story short, if they decide to keep Fernando, and it's every bit real, like, nobody's going to know until we get there. Like, it's just facts, dude. I mean, nobody's going to know what their decision is by the time they get there. They don't know what kind of phone calls they're going to have in between. They have a lot of money, a lot of draft picks. They can fix this team regardless. I don't think it really matters. Like, they can fix the team regardless.
Never heard that before.
I'm gonna keep saying it. Just go get Mac Jones from the fucking Niners, dude. Mac Jones only 25 years old. Dude fucking showed that he can go out and win and play damn good football this year. I think he matters about who his coach is. 100% facts, So I would most definitely take him if we're talking about just running with the veteran quarterback throughout the year, and we're looking at Clint or Davis Webb. Coaching him, I think we'll be just fine. So long story short, you're getting down into the deal. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't think the Raiders hire any of them fucking Rams guys. Like, if I'm just dead ass, dude, I mean, I fucking want it. I wouldn't hire any of them. Not one of them. I wouldn't hire fucking Shula. I wouldn't hire Matt or Mike. Absolutely wouldn't hire Mike. Absolutely not. And Nate, I wouldn't hire any three of those guys. I've said the only two young guys that I think are really, really good is his name's Grant, fucking use him or however you say his name, from Jacksonville. That guy is smart as shit. He's only 20 or 30 years old. He's really fucking smart. But long
We
story
haven't
short,
interviewed him, have we? Or
oh,
did I miss it?
he's interviewed with the Browns, and he'll probably get that job. That's probably why Mike McDaniel's pulled
Oh,
out of that deal. And not only that, Monken pulled out. From
mhm.
what I heard, Monken's going to go to the Giants with Harbaugh, and he was in that deal too. So
Yeah.
it's going to be.
Harbaugh.
I think that kid's going to get that job over there. And but don't get me wrong, I think they got Jim Schwartz interviewing in there right now too, numerous people. But for us, there hasn't been no urgency of any coach, like none. It's been absolutely no urgency. They don't feel like, going with Euro. I like Euro, so if we end up hiring him, I'd have no problem hiring him at all. Again, another opportunity to bring Davis Webb over here, because if you don't have OC, we go get him and bring him here. So like, there's still ways to bring the kid here, and but I've kept saying I think it would be smart if we poach two players from the Broncos, brought Vance here, brought Davis Webb here, and let them play together. They know each other very well. I mean, they literally coach on the same team for multiple years. So I think it would be a really good tandem. Plus, we take away their defensive coordinator. We get a good defense once and for all. And we're going to get a young, innovative, young coach, which everybody wants. And he was
Right.
going to be able to develop Fernando Mendoza. He can. He has a track record of developing quarterbacks. He can develop quarterback. I'm telling you, I've yet to see any reports of anything indicate that Clint has ever done that. They say every report I read about Clint, any deal about anything, they all say the same thing, man. Great play caller, man. Great play caller. And it just reminds me of Josh, man. It's exactly all I'm hearing. Josh. And I just absolutely don't like it. And listen, I'm not gonna, it's just my personal opinion, but I believe it'll be Webb. I just feel like Webb, man. But don't get me wrong, it's just my own personal feeling. It can most definitely be Clint. I mean, the smart coach would go after Clint. It's just that's where your money would be at 100%. But I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna feel confident saying it. If Davis Webb and them fucking find a way to win with Stenham against the Patriots and fucking in that game, I mean, I don't know what more you need to fucking talk about when it comes to developing your quarterbacks and your backups and all in general. That's what it's about. It's not a
Just
coach. A coach can.
Sorry, I was just going to say, just to piggyback off what you just said there, I don't think even having to win the game, I think if he can just show that Stidham's like productive in that game, like he can step in and be productive or make it competitive, I think even that says more than enough.
Yeah, I mean, he was good in college. He was good in the NFL. I mean, it wasn't plugged in.
Yeah. Well, I hope he does that, does a good job and everything. But they lose, so then we can interview him.
Dude,
Then we can interview him on Monday.
You got your fucking kid's shit in there. Here
I'll use it till it dies.
All right, that'd be a good idea. I mean, then charge it.
I wanted to charge before.
Yeah, I mean, with Stenham, I think it'll show a lot. I mean, you're asking a guy to come off the bench, man, and go against the fucking hot ass team that's been playing together all year long. That has a lot to do with coaching to be able to pull a dude like that. I've said it. Certain people know how to develop not only the starting quarterback, but the backups at the same time. And they know how to fucking be with them. They know how to go I've said it. If Stidham comes out there, and yes, I wouldn't argue if he had a very competitive game and went out there and played good ball, I absolutely would not doubt it. I mean, I don't know who else the fuck we're going to be looking to hire
Exactly.
if it ain't one of these two fucking guys, because I think Jesse Minster would be a fucking joke. I don't think we should hire him. Euro I would hire, but I mean, if we're going to hire, why don't we hire him right now? Why don't we hire him right now? We just interviewed him. We can hire him right now, start the process of fucking bringing in the people. You know, like all these other teams that are being hired, they're getting all the fucking coaches right now. You know,
Yeah.
like fucking you keep waiting on it, dude. Everybody, there's only so many out there that are good as hell. And if they're all going to those fucking teams, I mean, what are we just hoping that
It kind of makes you think that they're looking at somebody that they can't interview yet. I mean, that nobody can take it, I should say.
well, this is
So,
what it makes me think. They already interviewed him. They already interviewed
well,
both.
I mean, in person interviews,
Yeah, they've interviewed both of them. And I
right?
guarantee no fucking if I recall, Clint's the only one that was virtual. Webb came in. He came in person. He came during that bye week when they were out there.
Oh, yeah, the bye week, yes, because they had the week off. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and
right.
he fucking
Yeah.
came in, and that's where they said about how his attention to detail and everything he had in there. Like, I'm just saying, like, I believe it's why else would you be carrying so long, man? And you still have other teams out there where he can be easy favorite to Baltimore. Clint can be an easy favorite to Baltimore, dude. He can be an easy favorite to freaking Arizona. I mean, there's all kinds of different teams out there that are still got better value than we do. I get it when you have money and draft picks and all that, but that can only buy so much, you know. Like I've said it, everybody's intention is they want Mendoza. Mendoza needs to fucking develop, and that is just straight. So
Say it, Dustin. Say
there's
it.
no doubt. And that means you're going to have to get an
Facts.
offensive line that holds the pocket. That's what you're going to have to do because he's a pocket quarterback. He deals off the timing and rhythm. So he needs the pocket. So if Tom views him anything like he is, that means you're going to put a lot of money into the O line. That means that $100 million might just end up gone right away. You know, like fucking the fixing lines ain't cheap. They're absolutely not cheap. And I mean, unless you get the right coaches in here that can develop and give people like Grant knows how. I've said it. Carmen Pasillo was one of the better coaches we've had on the line just because of the fact he rotated players all the time. We fucking couldn't get that out of Brendan. We couldn't rotate a position to save our life unless that dude broke his neck. You know, I mean, freaking. So hopefully the next coach that comes in, this fucking woman turns on this heater, dude. I swear it's like
Damn.
cooking. But fucking but I just think like at the end of the day, I mean, like I've said, I think it's Clint or it's gotta be Webb, man. I don't know who else we're waiting on. And I don't know if the Raiders would make the just gutsy hire of Webb being the head coach. Like, I don't know if they're going to. I mean, you got to remember this guy hasn't done shit yet. You know, like I don't know if they would do that. You know,
Mm.
and I mean, Webb has been he's been an offensive. What is he? An offensive pass game coordinator / quarterback coach. I mean, he hasn't done any type of play calling anything. He's a quarterback in the NFL, obviously. So I'm not gonna sit and say he can't call plays. He fucking called him out of a helmet playing the game. So I mean, a lot of guys have good memories, especially if they say that's how good this guy is. He most definitely knows how to scheme plays or call the plays. So that's what makes it scary is like you think about a lot of people where I even talk about it where I say like, hey, this guy doesn't call plays. I don't know if I want to take him and bring him, right? Well, look at Mike McDaniels, for instance. He was with the Niners. He didn't call plays. He left out of there and went straight to Miami and was first. What it was, he sixth in straight offensive points in year one, and he was first in the
Okay.
league second year. You know what I mean? Like, did the team fall off over the next 2 years? Yeah, because Tyreek and fucking Eric Waddle and Tua. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why that team fell off, you know, but mostly a lot of drama. I mean, it's just what it
Yeah.
is, you know. But at the end of the day, I mean, you can't deny that even without him calling, he was still one of the better people, you know. You would be a great pick. Webb has only coached in the NFL for 2 years. No, I don't think Webb's only coached for 2 years. He was with Dabo in 20. So what? I mean, he's had to be here longer than 2 years, dude. He was with Dabo in New York. He was in
See,
Dabo.
Dustin, I got a question for you. Do you think out of all the people that the Raiders have interviewed to be an OC or a head coach, the candidates, do you think maybe that they have the mentality and the thinking process of saying, well, what's the use of me trying to get a job with the Raiders? They ain't no winners, no way. So what's the use of me wasting my time?
Well, I've always said, like, at the end of the day, you're always going to be any person that's trying to prove themselves is going to find the opportunity to do that. You only have 32 teams in the NFL. The team's always going to somebody's always going to get the job. Like I don't think that's ever going to be an issue. What I think is the issue is that what I think is the issue is when you're got the fucking Steelers, you got the freaking Ravens, now you got the Bills, you know, like we're talking about premium teams that never even get coaching places to begin with. So yeah, I think it's going to be a lot harder to pull dudes like that. But if we wouldn't have had those 3 teams, let's just take those 3 teams off the board. We're sitting here saying we got the Falcons, Titans, Dolphins, Browns, fucking Cardinals, shit. Like we would probably be a more intriguing team at that point in time. So I think like I've said, I don't think Tom Brady's going to miss on a coach 2 years in a row. I absolutely don't believe that. I believe that they've interviewed a lot of people. I think that they know who their people are that they've narrowed down. I think that the Rooney Rule was to satisfy you have to have 2 in person. They thought probably you can interview on the fucking Skype and get away with it, but you couldn't. You have to have 2 in person deals from today forward because they interviewed with Mike and Mike Daniels, and they interviewed with Euro in person today. They can go on and hire a coach at any given time. So when they interviewed Jesse Minster, they could have called him back right now and said, hey, man, we're going to hire you right now. You know, like there's nothing stopping them from hiring any coach they want now. So if they're not hiring a coach tomorrow and we don't get some breaking fucking news from a coach from tomorrow, I'm telling you, the coach is in the fucking – he's still playing. He's still most definitely playing. Now, it'll come down to the Rams. It'll come down to the Broncos, and it'll come to the Seahawks. But if I'm going to be 100 with you, I think it's most definitely between the Broncos and the fucking Seahawks. Like, if I'm just – that's my personal opinion. I don't see how it could be. I just think the Rams guys are all – I mean – I ain't fucking hiring any of them. I mean, Shula maybe just because of who his family is, and I've heard he's got a good roster. Like I've heard he can assemble a pretty good deal. So if I was hiring anybody in the Rams, it'd be Shula if I did it. But I don't think you want to go defensive coordinator. I think you want an offensive coordinator if you're getting Fernando Mendoza. So that's what I truly believe, and it doesn't matter if you want to. You know, like how I talk about trading the pick, I'm talking about a Pacific trade to the fucking Jets. Nobody else. You know, like that trade is just to one team. If you're not getting that trade to that one team, then I don't think you're worth trading the pick. I'm not trying to wait 5 years for picks. You know what I mean? Like you'd want to get those picks within the first few years easily. So that's all I would say is I just think for us, I think they already interviewed the guy and they already know, man. I've said you can convince Davis Webb easy. You can convince Davis Webb easy. I don't think it's competition. Like, I don't. Who's competing for him?
So, so you think they already got Davis Webb lock, stock, and barrel?
I think at the end of the day, if the worst case scenario is that they end up with Davis Webb, I don't think they're too worried about it.
Okay.
As the head coach, not the
Yeah, as the
OC, the head coach.
Yeah, I
Okay.
would say as the head coach. I mean, the only way I feel like I've said, you bring Vance here. If Vance comes here, like, I don't know if they hire Vance without Davis Webb. You know what I mean? Like, you're bringing Davis Webb to develop. He doesn't call plays things over there, and people are worried about him just making the jump from where he's at straight to the head coach.
Right.
And
That's
they
what I'm.
do think he's smart as hell, but what they want to do is, and this is how they can get past it. This is how they can get past it.
Yeah,
Uh,
sweet.
Good night, bro. This is fist bump here. Oh yeah, heck yeah. All right. Yep. Go close that door. Yeah. All right, bro. Close that door.
Good night, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
This is how you get past it. Okay, so the talk is you bring Davis Webb here. You have to have people oversee him. You have to have senior advisors, things like you have to have people over the top of them to help him game call, plan, all these things. Like, there's a lot of things inside there. But the way you get past it is you bring Vance here, you put him OC, he goes OC for a year or two, maybe 3. Fucking Vance starts to fall off or something doesn't work. Let's just say even in 5 or 6 years, you're guaranteed your OC the whole time, because when you brought him in and talked to him, you told him, like, our plan is to develop you, man. Over the next 10 years, you will take over this organization. This will be your team.
Okay.
Vance is what, 55?
55.
Yeah, so if he's 55, 65 years old, you never know what's going to happen inside there. But this is what I think about. You have the best of both worlds, because if Davis Webb is preparing to be, this will be his team down the long run, this can be a whole nother Bill Belichick type, Josh McDaniels type shit. I've said the reason I feel like Bill Belichick made it as long as he did is because of Josh. If he did not have that offense to go with that defense, they wouldn't have won shit. And it's just facts, dude. Like, Josh is a great play caller, dude. He knows how to run the offense. I've said it. I don't think you got many people in the NFL better than him. Head coach, big difference when you're taking on a lot of responsibility. And I think that's what they want to avoid with Webb. Just bring him in, let him call plays for a few years, and then let him go on and take over the team. I think it would be the perfect deal. And I'm gonna keep saying it. You literally just poached 2 deals. Vance the first time in coaching, I wouldn't argue that he wasn't the greatest coach. I think he went 11-22 in the first time. To argue that there's very many people that have a better defense than Vance in the NFL, like, good luck with that shit. Like, this is what people got to get over when they think about the head coach coming here, okay? The head coach is only going to run the players. That's all he's going to fucking do. Spy checking all them. They're going to fucking go get the players. They're going to run the front office. They're going to draft all that shit. So they're not going to – the coach here this time is not going to have all these other duties or not. He's just going to run the team. And to sit here and say that Vance Joseph couldn't turn our defense around and be one of the best in the league is crazy as fuck. The guy runs one of the best defenses in the league. You're telling me he don't get a guy like Porter over there, dude, then he ain't going to develop him? That's bullshit, dude. Like, the guy's a good coach. There's no fucking doubt about it. And nobody's asking him to just go out here and be management like Bill Belichick and go do our drafts and do our contracts. Like, he's not going to do that. He's just going to coach the team. It's all he's going to do. So I think, like I said, I think the way the team is set up, you can afford to get Vance and take the chance with Webb. I don't see how you lose here. If you're going for Clint and Clint decides to go with Baltimore, what do you do then? You're gonna go tell me you're okay to hire Mike LaFleur? Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm not hiring him, dude. I've said it. He already played with fucking Robert Saleh with the Jets, dude, with a damn good team, and he couldn't do shit up there. He had a good run game, won't argue that. But his offense, garbage as hell. Like, even with Saleh, like what fucking everybody claims, oh, Saleh, he's one of the best defensive coordinators in all football, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, he couldn't even win with him. And he had all kinds of good defensive fucking players too. So I'm not doing all that, man. Like, freaking, I've said it. The only reason why I feel it'll be Webb is because of the developing the quarterback. It's the only reason why I think Webb's going to win this one, man. Like, I can be wrong. But I have questions, Q&A questions that I went through. I built a whole fucking list of them, and we're going to go through these as we go, and we're going to go through them like we did the other night, where I'll ask you guys, and then we'll start in rotation. And I'll tell you which way we're going. And then from there, we'll just keep going. And then I know you'll leave here in a little bit, so that'll be what it is. But long story short, we'll start. What was I looking at? I was looking up.
What team? I got another question for you, Dustin. What team did Davis Webb used to? Was he a head coach or was he an offensive coordinator?
Hell no.
Quarterbacks coach and
okay.
passing game coordinator for Broncos.
He was a quarterback for the Giants.
Oh yeah, quarterback for the Giants. Yeah,
he was a quarterback for the Giants. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he got much game time.
Salute Rosetown, man. Salute to all you guys. Salute to Jason. Salute to Scott. Salute to Al. Salute to Peter, Rudy. Salute to all you guys, man. Vernum. What is that? Ozzy, I think. Freaking changed his name. Is that Javier? I think.
Yeah, I didn't change the name. It's just I had to sign in my wife's account in the chat because for some reason I couldn't sign in my Bush account in there. Don't know why.
Hopefully I didn't miss nobody in here. We can take a second to go read these before we go. But I think I was talking to Scott anyways, and he's been in the league. He's been coaching for 3 years from 23 to 25. So he'd be in the NFL for 3 years now.
Did he ever coach the Broncos to the playoffs when he was there?
2023 hired by Denver Broncos as quarterback coach. 2024 continued as Broncos quarterback coach. 2025 promoted to offensive pass game coordinator and quarterbacks coach.
Okay. Had a pretty impressive record so far.
Yeah, let's go up here. We'll read some things real quick if they're not too crazy going on up here. Salute Aaron, salute to all you guys too. Or to trade this pick. Imagine trying to get a head coach without it. It already hard enough with our history. Well, if they trade the pick, the head coach is going to be all right with it. I mean, we can't trade the pick until we get closer to draft anyways. We're going to hire a head coach right now.
I hear you, man.
It's most definitely, he's going to most definitely approve of it if we do it.
So in a total number, how many people did the Raiders interview to be a head coach? Do you know how many?
Like 14.
14.
14.
Yeah.
14,
and so they down to they what last 3 or last 2?
No, they got people. They've
just
got
a lot still
interviews.
Oh,
okay. At least they're doing due diligence this time.
With Minter and fucking Euro so far.
I wonder which one is the heavy favorite to be the Raiders' next head coach.
I feel like if the Raiders wanted Jesse Minter, they can hire him now. They would have called him back in and hired him. I don't feel like they would need to go any farther. Like, why would they need to?
Yeah, it's true.
So if they didn't call him back in and hire him at any point today, and we haven't got no breaking news, which I haven't read, I don't know yet. I haven't been reading it.
We say we ain't got no breaking news.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so that tells me the coach is still playing.
Right.
I don't think there's any candidates from the Patriots, so I don't think anybody in the Patriots is a candidate for us. I think all the people that we've interviewed are the 3 from the Rams,
Right.
Vance and Webb from the Broncos,
Yeah.
and fucking Clint Kubiak from the Seahawks. And I mean, if you're just being honest, if I'm just being honest, man, I'm telling you, the more and more I think about it, you want the Vance and Webb duo, man. Like, if I'm just gonna be dead ass, I mean, let's just look at it like this: you're gonna get Clint, right? He's a good play caller, right? So even if they go, like, he's gonna get a veteran, he gets Mac Jones. Let's just say he gets Mac Jones. He's gonna have a good team. Who's his defensive play caller? Who's the guy's defensive play caller? You can't get people like Euro. Euro's contracted already to the Panthers. He has to go back. If it looks like Flores will probably land the Ravens or the Steelers job. But even if he doesn't, he's literally said like he'll go back to the Vikings as the defensive coordinator. Now, is there a chance somebody can lure him away? Yeah, but I don't know if we're able to lure him to come play with Clint. I don't know. I don't know how Brian would feel about that or not. I don't know. But we haven't put in no deal about it. Nothing, right? We haven't put in nothing for anything outside of just the interview with the coaches. The only team we doubled up on that has fucking not just a good fucking young coach, a phenomenal young coach. They said phenomenal, like straight up, like the kid is fucking phenomenal, dude. Like, they're not just using little word. I didn't hear them say shit about Mike LaFleur. I didn't hear him say shit about Shula. I ain't heard shit about fucking Nate. I haven't heard nothing about any of them in the Rams deal. Now, again, this is the most quietest I've heard. It's the most quietest I've heard the Raiders yet. But there's 2 names I've heard 100% out of the Raiders organization, and it was Davis Webb and fucking Clint Kubiak. I've heard that for sure out of there. So the only thing I've heard of negative for Davis Webb by a lot of people is just too young. He's young. They'll have to put advisors, things over him. I keep saying, why wouldn't you just take Vance from them and fucking bring Webb with them? It's the only tandem that's got the best of both worlds. You got the young, up-and-coming, innovative young coach right there that can develop Fernando Mendoza. I mean, this kid can do it all. The thing is like, we'll go through our Q&As here, which I'll put in depth, like in what they do, things like this, so he can answer it. But the thing is like, Clint, you'll see here tonight, is more favored in like run game, this and that. But when it comes to all the backyard deals of quarterbacks, it's more heavy favored in Webb's deal. And I just keep saying, you guys keep telling me in the whole deal, even if I say I want to trade the pick, everybody keeps telling me the Raiders are going to get Mendoza. Okay, let's go down that road. I have no problem with Mendoza. I've said it the whole entire time, but I'm honest as fuck about the quarterback. Okay. He has to develop. He is not fucking Joe Burrows on any given fucking day. These guys going around, I don't care. These guys going around saying that Fernando is Joe Burrows or fucking I've seen a glimmer of he's got what is his name? Fucking Andrew Luck. You're fucking smoking meth. Like, I don't know where the fuck you guys are start coming up with this shit, but this is what I'll tell you. So I know these guys are meth smokers, like literally fucking probably sit on the road. I don't know where the fuck these guys come up with this.
Hey, Dustin, you be easy, all right, man?
Late, bro.
Okay.
Week 8 of the season, the regular college football season. There ain't a motherfucker know who Fernando is. Not a fucking soul. Motherfuckers come over there week 8 of the college football season, start seeing a little bit of hype over here. Fucking guy, watch him play through the playoffs. Motherfuckers are like, yep, this is God right here. This guy, he's the greatest quarterback play the game. Fucking, you couldn't ask for better because the Raiders they got the first pick. They're going to get him. Like, what? Some bullshit. Like what? Some straight bullshit. Like I don't know what the fuck we are smoking. First off, everybody knew who Joe Burrows was for his whole time. Everybody knew who the fuck Andrew Luck was his whole fucking time. Those are two elite quarterbacks that dog this motherfucker when it comes to arm strength, accuracy, deep downfield throws on the fucking mark. These two guys just smoked the shit out of this fucking kid. And we're gonna say shit like that. Listen, I think I've heard some of the most craziest shit over the last 2 years. Last year, it was what was it? This year it was Geno Smith is the Rich Gannon. Get the fuck out of here. Where the fuck you guys come up with this shit? Then the year before, Gardner Minshew, he's the next Ken Stabler. You guys are just straight crackheads, dude. Like you guys just keep throwing out bullshit comps to bullshit players, dude, and then act like that's what it's gonna be. Like we most definitely can't do that shit. Fernando Mendoza is a good average quarterback. Put his stats against any motherfucker out there and you'll find it out yourself. It's not a lie. It's not bias. It's not don't like him. It has not a fucking thing to do with that.
Facts. It's not even as good as Trevor Lawrence coming out.
Fucking regular quarterback. I've said it. Go back in last year's draft and the year before. Don't take my word for it. Just go research the motherfucker. Put Fernando in last year's draft. He would be the fucking fourth, fifth best. He'd be fifth best. Dude, you take out Penix, he would probably make that top 5 inside there. If you did him over the last 2 years, he would be the 8th best quarterback in the motherfucking draft over 2 years. There's no fucking way that we're sitting here saying, oh, yeah, we're on fucking Fernando Mendoza, the first overall pick, which we can get like 4 fucking first-round picks. So we're just like, yep, fuck our career, fuck our organization, but let's get this fucking guy, sit him for a fucking year. No, if you that motherfucker, he needs to be motherfucking developed. There ain't no maybe, there ain't no what if. No, you need a guy to develop him. That's where Davis Webb comes in. Davis Webb is going to develop this kid. And that is facts. He's going to develop him, and he's probably going to be a good fucking player. Won't argue it. But the thing you guys have to understand is that they're going to have to spend a lot of money in the offensive line to protect him. That's what they're going to have to do. If Brady and all these bullshit, these are just beat writers saying this shit. This ain't nothing. Brady don't even say this shit, but you know they're full of shit. But, you know, if they feel like Brady looks at this guy and sees himself and that he's going to go down. Like, I know damn well Tom Brady didn't say no bullshit like that about Fernando Mendoza. Guaranteed. Does he think he has certain trades? Does he think he has good deals? Yeah, I'm not going to argue. You know, people keep sitting there saying like, well, look at how many people you had Mark Davis there. You had Spytech. You had Brady. You had a dude from the other shareholder, the Microsoft guy, or what, I can't remember what that guy's name is, but long story short, you had all these guys. Okay, listen. First off, Mark was down there for the fucking Aces game. He fucking got some of the best players in the whole fucking country right there. Both sides of the fucking ball. You have fucking some of the best players in the whole country. Are you there to watch Fernando? Yeah, but you're also there to watch a lot of other fucking players too. So I don't want to hear like all the Raiders were just there to just, you know, watch motherfucking Fernando. That's bullshit. That's straight bullshit. And I hate when people do shit like that. Like, we are there to see a lot of fucking people, man. And I'm going to stand on it. I'm going to stand on it, and I'm not going to get off of it. I still believe Trinidad Chambers is a better all-around fucking quarterback than fucking Fernando. Trinidad came fucking D2 school after winning a championship, and he went straight to the SEC. Hardest motherfucking division of all goddamn football for college. He went to the SEC, and then fucking he sit out first 2 games because he wasn't even the fucking quarterback. He wasn't even the quarterback, dude. He fucking was the backup. He wasn't even planning to play till this upcoming year. fucking the starter got injured. He takes over. He becomes the eighth qualified candidate for the Heisman this year. He fucking damn near dog walks all these fucking dudes, not even being his fucking team. And we're sitting here saying that he's not as good as Fernando. That's a bullshit lie. I don't know where people come up with this. If you look at the stats, Trinidad played this team 1 week before. Fuck, they got lucky on a bullshit fucking pass interference call, dude, where they were fucking holding dude all the way into the end zone and don't get the fucking play called. If that play's called, they score the touchdown, they go over here, and I'm almost willing to bet fuck Trinidad beats Indiana, dude. Like fucking when Indiana got the pressure put on him by Miami, they couldn't do a goddamn thing. That's just factual truth. And if you sit here and say, okay, but look, man, Miami had a great team. All right, let me tell you something real quick. The NFL has just as good of players as those motherfuckers on every team in the NFL. Just as good as anybody on there. They got them on the team through the whole entire NFL. So what do you think's going to happen Mendoza week in and week fucking out? He's going to keep getting fucking rushed. He's going to get pressure, and it's going to become a fuck problem. Is it something he can work on, develop? I'm not going to argue. Yeah, it's most definitely good coach, good fucking teach anybody anything. But I would just say, I think when you're going to have to, if you're going to go the route with Fernando, you're going to need a quarterback coach that can develop this motherfucker. And I've said it, man. I think I would go Vance and Webb. I mean, if you're just coming to full faith with Webb, then go do it. But I don't know. You know damn well he couldn't be down there because they're in their game. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just know I think the Raiders better fucking not fuck this up. That's what I do know, because if you fuck this up, man, I mean, there ain't no going back, and that'll be 2 years in a row that we did this shit, and then you're going to really look like a fucking fool. Like, if I'm just being dead ass, you're going to look really like a fucking fool straight up, you know? So, long story short, if you guys have anything you want to add real quick, or we can get into the questions.
I had something too, man. God damn it. What was it I was going to say? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's get into questions.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's have the questions.
All right, look, this is what I'm going to do tonight. And as the more and more we get closer to trying to figure out who the head coach is, we'll nail in on them. And if not,
I know what it was. Can I say it real quick? I remember what it was. I mean, let's not forget that also they all went down there. I know he's going to be going to charge now, but they also went down there to interview Mike McDaniel, if I'm not mistaken, in Miami.
They interviewed Varro there, Jesse there, fucking they entered Euro there. They interviewed all three coaches.
So that, because everybody's saying, because all the brass went, that they must be looking at a quarterback. No, they're looking at other coaches too. So
there's a lot of reasons why
that's why they're all there.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why they're there. Mark being in the Aces, having all those people down there, they're having the game right there. They want to bring Brady. I mean, it looks good. I'm just going to be dead ass honest. It looks good when Tom, Mark, and John are all on the fucking field at one time. It most definitely looks good. And we know
working
damn
together.
Well, yeah, we know why Mark was there, because he was eyeball fucking Fernando the whole entire time. So he's literally right on the deal. Plenty of videos where he's just watching the dude. Oh, so damn well when Mark locks in. Let me tell you guys something, and a lot of people don't even know this. Mark wanted to take Derek Carr in the first round. Derek Carr is Mark's pick. Mark picked Derek Carr to be for the Raiders. He wanted Derek Carr in the first round. McKenzie fucking convinced Mark that Derek would be there in the second round. He told Mark there's only one team that'll look to take him in the first round, and it's Arizona. He said, I don't think they're going to take him in the first round. I believe we'll get him in the second round. So Mark trusted him, and he fucking went Khalil in the first pick, and he took Derek in the second round. If it was to be played out the way that Mark wanted it, it would have been Derek fucking Carr with that fucking first pick that year. And that's who it would have been. So I strongly believe when you see Mark sitting down there on the field and he's just eyeball fucking Fernando, I'm not going to lie to you. I strongly believe he most definitely wants him as the next quarterback. And there's a lot of reasons, because I think he reminds him of Derek Carr. I think he reminds him of like, hey, he's a good person, but this guy could also lead. Like I believe that it has a lot to do with it, man, because he already seen what Derek Carr did for the Raiders for multiple years, regardless of people's feelings or not. Mark liked fucking Carr. The only reason that he moved off of Carr is because Josh McDaniels convinced him to allow him to move to his own guy. And then when he did that, it was just the epitome of the team for the last few years. And I'm not going to lie, that's why I believe Mark is stuck on here. And I believe that Tom, Mark, and they're going to make it a priority to fix the O-line. I believe Tom is going to tell them, in order to win games, you're going to need to give them a pocket like I had for years, and you're going to have a
Sure
good
as fuck hope so.
Yeah, the only thing that gets to be questionable is that, are you going to go after Mac Jones? Because if you are, he's only 25 years old. That's going to start raising questions on should he even draft fucking Fernando Mendoza. Because what happens if you go out, get Mac Jones, he goes out there, balls the fuck out, takes you to the fucking playoffs and everything, and now you have Fernando Mendoza just sitting on your fucking bench for a year or two. Like, I don't know if that's a good idea.
What do you think we'd have to trade to get Mac Jones?
I know we ain't giving up our first pick for
Oh,
him.
hell no.
You know what I mean? Like, and if I'm just being honest, we have 3 fourths, dude. I'm gonna push on the fourth of any. If they're looking at more than a fifth, like we got 3 fours. I can do away with
You
even 2.
think they would take a 4?
I would give them 2 even if they just wanted it.
2 4s? They'd probably take something like that for him.
I would say like 4-7. I'm gonna go like
Well,
4-7.
he's a good backup for him though too. I mean, they might say nah, we can still keep him for a backup because
That's
he
why
did
I'm
a great
going
job.
with
He did a great job when what's his fuck face name was
Purdy.
out from the beginning of this. Purdy, yeah, Brock, boy
You
with
know,
the Purdy lips, yeah.
if you're
But
throwing 2 fourth-round picks at a guy, that can most definitely say, hey, I can draft a guy. Like there's most definitely that conversation at that point, because now you're getting a player of value and a backup quarterback. The backup quarterback supposedly not supposed to play. You know what I mean? So, and the luck with Kyle, he can probably make the water boy play good. So I'm not gonna fucking discredit Kyle's credit when it comes to developing people. He's really good at it. So I mean,
oh, no
hell,
doubt, I don't doubt nothing about what he does.
Niners need to fire him. Fucking, and if Mark don't hop on that train in 2 seconds, we just take Mark out to the fucking we take Mark out to the sand dunes like the Goodfellas, dude. Like, we ain't even fucking playing no more, like you can't do that shit. If you have the opportunity of Kyle, oh man, you better get that motherfucker in 2 seconds, but
Yeah, there's no way in fucking hell they're getting rid of him though.
hell no, they're not. I don't give a fuck if they lose like they ain't
If
giving.
they do, they're yeah.
Yeah, he ain't going to a damn place. But that's why I think that's why the more and more I keep thinking it's got to be between these 2 guys here. But I think they're the most qualified. Like if we're just, I still think Vance. I don't know. Like I get the whole downfall of a guy in his first time coaching and all that. Like I totally get that. He was young. He's going through a lot. But if we're looking at what he's done defensively over the last few years, like there ain't not very anybody that even has come close to this guy. Like hasn't even come close to him. So I don't know, like why would be worrying if you have the offensive coordinator that has full run of controlling his team and developing that. What's the point? What's it matter if it's a head coach, offensive coordinator, or just a good offensive coordinator? If it's a good offensive coordinator and everybody's saying like, oh, he's got to be a young, innovative guy. Guess what? If he's an offensive coordinator, he just focuses on the offense, the quarterback and the offense. You don't have to worry about the team. He's going to do the best he can do, period. So I don't think having a head coach OC, unless his name's John fucking Gruden, at a young age, I mean, that's a lot for a lot of people that's never done it. You're asking dudes to go learn. When you're asking them just call plays, motherfuckers do it. They know it. They see it all day, every day. I mean, that's the thing. Davis is in the mic and he's been on the field in the mic. You know what I mean? So if you look at all the people, Josh McCown, fucking Brian Leftwich, I mean, you're looking at all kind of coaches that were quarterbacks that are throughout the NFL that are having success and do good, all due to the fact that they've already played that position. So they probably advance a little quicker and see things a little different because they were hearing it through the mic on the field, But long story short, we'll get going on here so we don't end up too late today, long today. Correct, but we have some root for his draft picks. Josh and develop quarterbacks. OC doesn't. He just don't have the energy to develop quarterback. The OC quarterback. Whole team. April Reed. So you guys are. He'd be the greatest difference. I'll coach 23 players. Still time. Chat, nice job, boys. Appreciate all you guys, man. They're in the chats, dude. Appreciate everybody that if it is the first time in here in this chat, man, really do appreciate it. There's a shitload of you guys in here.
Yeah, I saw one guy that said it was the first time and he liked it. He liked
that's
it. He liked your
Scott
show.
guy. Yeah, Scott. I mean, hey, like I say, I appreciate all you guys, man. I'm always gonna say for all the people that are new here or not, hey, we're gonna have controversy conversations over here. Like, we're not gonna sit here and just act like certain shit ain't never gonna happen or exist. Like this isn't fairyland, dude. This is one of 32 teams in the NFL. It's about the elite of elite. So if we can't
And
have conversations to question certain positions, players, coaches, anything, then you're not doing your job. Like this isn't just some Walmart. You're not just over here fucking at McDonald's. Like we're running a fucking organization we all support, go see, put a lot of fucking time into this shit for nothing. So if we can't sit here and ask real questions about our team or ask real logic things that are going to happen, then we're just not doing justice here, period.
yeah, it's not like even the people on the panel all agree with each other all the time.
That's
I mean,
bad.
but wouldn't the world be boring if everybody agreed on everything the same? You learn by having different opinions, and we listen to each other. If I think something different from Dustin, I listen to what Dustin says, and I usually learn something. I'd like to think every once in a while I make a good point to him sometimes, and
Always.
Aussie as well, and Aussie as well. I mean, but we can disagree, but still listen to each other and then not argue.
That's facts.
We just disagree on something, man.
It's 100% facts. It's all right to disagree, man.
That's facts.
Not
Like they
everybody's
say, opinions are like assholes.
yeah,
Everyone's got one.
at the end of the day, we all want the best, and that's to win.
Yep.
That's facts.
Dabo, I don't think Dabo is even any type of real option to our team, dude, period, because I think he would have the best shot in the Bills if I'm just being honest. I mean, he helped develop fucking Josh Allen. I mean, if anybody's gonna go over there and fucking keep him going, I think it would be him. But I don't know why they want to go interview Joe Brady for a head coach, but the Bills don't want to hire him. Like, that kind of shit doesn't make no sense to me sometimes, but he's on their squad. He's in there. And I don't even know if they even gave him an interview.
And did I just hear rumors, or is he already there? John Harbaugh to the Giants. Is he already there?
John Harbaugh's to the Giants. Jeff Hathaway to
God damn it! That
the
means fucking my guy, the center's Linderbaum's gonna be going to the Giants probably
yeah,
too.
he's gone his way over there.
Son of a bitch.
They got Kevin Stefanski with the Falcons, Harbaugh with the Giants, halfway with the Dolphins, and then Robert Saleh last night to the Titans.
Oh, I didn't know about that. Well, yeah, we didn't. I didn't want Robert Saleh. See, none of these are people I really wanted anyway, so I don't
appreciate it. All right, man, we're going to get into some questions here, man. So I hope you guys all end up liking it. I mean, like I've always said, we're going to try to question what we're doing here, man. We're going to ask good and we're going to ask bad. And sometimes some conversations during the week, man, are going to be directed like last night in Mendoza's game. In my opinion, like I said, I just think it's not elite play. I wouldn't waste my pick on him. And tonight maybe we'll talk about what he offers to the team. I just want people to know, just because something doesn't go about the way you don't like today doesn't mean something ain't going to be something you like tomorrow. Everybody has opinions, dude. We do YouTube lives to talk about everything. So I've always said, it's sometimes if it's not something you want to listen to or be there, then feel free not to pay attention. Come back tomorrow, see if it is. You know what I mean? So that's what I would do. Trinidad says Pickett was a fifth round. He gave up Jones maybe for a fourth and fifth.
I'll say something about Trinidad. I bet you fucking money that at the combine he doesn't do a height measurement. He doesn't want to let people know that he's only like 5'10".
Salute, Raid. Appreciate you, bro. He's not 5'10". That fool is 6 foot, man. I would say the lowest he's 6 foot.
That's what they say to all 5'10", 5'11" guys that they're
No,
6
that
foot.
guy ain't no fucking.
Do you think do you think he's gonna step up to the scale and the height
I think
measurement
he
at the
will.
combine?
I've seen pictures of him and Baker side by side, and Baker is 6 foot tall, and I know he's 6 foot tall. I know he's 6 for sure.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I mean Baker, even Jalen Hurts is what, 6'1". I mean, and again, I don't think if I'm just being honest with football, I don't think it matters anymore. Tell me the last time that you had a 6 foot guy just stand in the pocket. Like you're not gonna have that no more. I don't think that should exist. I think pockets protect till they break down and they move out, and that's where most of these guys are most dangerous anyways anymore, is moving out of the pocket. Like I think it works. Like I said, if you're gonna put Fernando in there and give him a pocket where he can see his people coming in, slants, drags, little hits. You can't sit in the pocket for too long. I don't give a fucking what line you give him. Like you can only be there for so long. So at the same time, the players have to play on the field. They got to run the routes. They got to be able to get stuff. Is it going to help them? Yes, but let's not forget, Tom Brady was a mastermind in the fucking pocket. Like we can't sit here and act like, oh, Tom just had this good pocket and he just stood there and got bullshit. Dude, there's so many plays, dude, where this dude would go see pressure on him and he would just duck under that motherfucker.
He processes so fucking fast. That was his fucking superpower, his processing skills. I mean, and knowing what's going to happen before he snapped the ball. He said he always knew what was going to happen before the ball was snapped. That's shit. That's study.
Yeah, Michael.
And what I hear, Mendoza does love to study.
He does. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I think that's a good thing.
I think he's it could be a good quarterback. I just don't want him. I just don't think we're ready for him.
The only way Fernando gets to the point of what these guys are talking about is if you have a Davis Webb that will spend a lot of time with him, talking with him, being there. I mean, when Bo Nix broke his ankle and was sitting down in the floor in the deal, it was Davis Webb sitting right next to him, fucking talking to him. Like that shit matters. That matters, dude. That's what those dudes' job are, dude. It's to keep you up and going, dude, and carry the drive. They're always fucking doing shit, like, and to see that type of stuff with him, I think that's crucial when you're trying to say you're going to draft a quarterback, because you need him. Let's just be real. When's Tom going to be there for him? At best in the offseason. Can he call him on the phone? Yeah, he can call him on the phone, but it's not the same as somebody being there physically with you and showing you something and explaining it with you. It's a whole different deal when you're sitting at home, sitting on your fucking couch at night talking about it. There's a big difference in that deal. So I'd most definitely, you got to make sure you have the right guy on the field if you're drafting Mendoza. He has to develop, dude. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Not anybody. Okay. Fernando, if you guys want him, I have zero issue with it.
I don't want him.
has to develop, dude. He cannot go on the field and just go. And people are like, when are you ever going to have another opportunity to get a guy his height and can do that? Again, you got one this year. Is from Baylor. His name's fucking Swear Rob. He's like 4th-round pick. You can easily get another guy. Like, so long story short, we'll start out the conversation.
Just
Again,
set the record straight. I don't want Mendoza either. I want to trade back.
I mean, I would
I'm
take
so sorry.
Trinidad Chamis, dude, over him. I mean, I've said it 100 times. I'm dead ass serious. I'll take Chamis over Fernando. Chamis is a real fucking playmaker. Chambis is elite as fuck. Chambis feels pressure. Chambis, when he sits behind the line and it folds on him, he knows how to get the fuck away from it. That's what the Raiders need. That's fucking what this team fucking needs. They don't need some dude that's glorified on the best team in college behind the best O-line, best defense, fucking best run game, fucking best receivers, fucking, and then sit here and say, like, oh, that's the guy coming over here to the Raiders. Yeah, okay, bullshit. Bullshit, that is. The Raiders ain't nowhere close to that team's consistency, man. If Trinidad was to come here, we're probably right about the same. Fucking he's carrying that team. He's going to carry us. Like, just straight up facts. I mean, he's an elite fucking player. It is just factual truth. I don't give a fucking what, people. Dude, height is an excuse. I mean, you guys have never even played the fucking game. I'm over here, sit here and talk about someone's fucking height. Like, it is what it is. Like, height only goes so far in a conversation. Results is what put out. If Kyler Murray didn't fucking not show up every year during COD fucking release, he'd probably be a pretty damn fucking good quarterback, and he's only fucking 5'10". So you're as good as what you want to play on the field, regardless of height or wherever they are, But long story short, we'll start out with
I'm not saying it's a determining factor. I'm just saying I like a tall quarterback. I'm sorry.
Most of the all the
I wouldn't
conversation.
want Kyler Murphy either.
Hell no, I wouldn't take Kyle Murray. Fucking, like I said, I'll play COD with him, but not why he's on my team. If he is on anybody in this division, I'll make sure I was hitting that motherfucker up on COD release right now. I'll be like, what's up, bitch? Fucking ain't going out. Ain't you sick for a month? Like, come on. Fucking, but all right, every question is going to be between Kubiak and Webb, and then I'll talk about certain things. It's like, who is more NFL ready to lead a team right now? Kubiak time calling plays versus Webb's QB room development, experience running meetings, game plan, staff. Does ready matter more than upside? So if you were picking between the two people, who is more NFL ready to lead the team right now? Would you believe it would be Webb, or do you think it would be Kubiak?
Who's first?
You can be. And then just like I was just showing points, I was just trying to talk about points. Basically, the points are Kubiak's time calling plays. That's one of his advantages versus Webb's quarterback room development. That's where his advantage is for the team. And then experience running meetings, game plans, and staff, which they both have because their jobs of what they do, they both do those type of things. And then the real question, I guess, is does ready, like, isn't coach being ready matter more than upside? As in, Webb is upside,
Gotcha.
Kubiak is ready.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, I would definitely have to say Kubiak has the more experience. I mean, that's just obvious. I mean, but as far as the ceiling, you know, I'm gonna I like Davis Webb, man. I'm sorry, man. I know he's only 30 years old. He was been coaching since 2023, so it's only been a couple years since he's been really coaching, or is it 2022, something like that. Um, so I'd say Kubiak has the more experience, but I think the upside's better on Davis Webb. That's my opinion.
What do you think, Ozzy?
Yeah, I'm with Mike on this one. Like, if we're talking about like a coach that's like called plays and stuff, then yeah, Kubiak. But if we're looking at like the development of the team, with the most crucial spot being the quarterback, I'm taking Webb now. I just think, like we talked about before, with Vance Joseph overseeing Webb for a couple of years and him taking over the team, I think that's a better option than going with Kubiak, who, while he can call plays, he hasn't shown the quarterback development. So I'd rather go for the quarterback development and a guy that, you know, could potentially be like the next Sean McVay or that kind of a guy in Webb than going for Kubiak, to be honest. That's how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the most, if they're implying like who's the most ready, I would say logic would just say Clint, just because he calls plays, he's fucking OC. He should probably be easily the most ready. Plus, like you said, Webb's only been there for 3 years. Play calling, you know, or not even play calling, just coaching. So I would 100% have to say Webb or Clint wins that one for sure, because he's had way more time here, period. And not only that, as a coach in the NFL, by a mile, it's not even close. So we'll go to the second question. Who fits Tom Brady's football IQ better? And then I'll give you more examples. Brady's obsession with detail and situational football, which I'm going to say Webb just instantly. Kubiak's structured offense versus Webb's modern quarterback mind. Would Brady want a peer or a teacher? Would Brady clash or connect more with Clint or Davis? I would just say who fits Tom Brady's football IQ better.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Aussie. I went first last time.
Okay, I want to go with Webb then. Because I think the way that they said he came into that interview and he was prepared and everything like that, I think Webb is more like that preparedness like Brady was when he was playing quarterback, if I'm being honest. And he has the quarterback development as well. So I'm going to go with Webb on that one.
I would agree. Yeah, definitely Webb as far as what Brady, and I think Webb being 30, Brady's also thinking, he's much more moldable. I can mold this dude, and I could bring him up, the his next step my way. So I would think he'd be more attracted to Webb would be more attracted to him than Clint would in that aspect.
100%. I'm 100% taking Webb in that one, because of the fact that there was no reports about the way that Clint prepared things of these factors. There was multiple reports right off the get-go with Davis Webb about it, the preparation, everything, dude, how he schemed players on the team, knew every player's name on the team, was already drawing up scheme. And that was something Tom said, hey, man, it's one thing to be talented and so on, man, but to be prepared like that, that's where Tom said it was his superpower, was the preparation, So I think when you see something like that, I think that's something that, like, when somebody has a knack in them, they're always trying to find certain people that share that same deal. That's a major one. That's a major one with Tom, man. It's a major.
Good point.
Yeah, because he don't have nobody else to talk that shit with that'll understand it. Like when he goes to him, he's like, oh yeah, but that's a good deal. If we did this, like they're mind passer on the same type of shit, dude. And Tom's been in that deal for a long time, 20 years of doing that shit at a very high level for a long, long time, dude. So I think when Tom is going to go in there and try to talk about what he knows, I think Tom needs somebody that has familiarity with the way he views it or the way he sees it. And Davis Webb, being an ex-quarterback, he has that same shit, just bam, bam, bam. Clint does have family and heritage and been in the NFL for a long time. I'm not going to discredit that. But we can't also discredit that Davis Webb played football at such a high level. He went straight to the NFL. And let's not forget how Jim Harbaugh got where he was at either. He played in the NFL, the same deal, and went on and been a coach. I mean, there's a lot of people that do that shit and are very good at it. So I would most definitely hope that we don't screw it up and not get Webb, due to whatever reason it may be. I think if Webb is as truthful to every conversation people are saying about him, I mean, you're almost having to gamble on him over Clint. Like, if I'm just being dead ass honest with you, because he has the way higher upside for the longer longevity. So, and again, we need somebody that can develop people through the whole organization, somebody that knows how to go around and get that from everybody. I've heard a lot of reports about Clint not having a locker room mentality to take over a whole team as a head coach, dude. So, and look, people can change, man. I'm not going to argue it, but you can tell when Ben was with the Lions, he was crazy. You could already tell he was crazy. And people, the way they say shit, like Ben always had that high attitude, like all good coaches have. So I think when you look at Kubiak, he doesn't have that shit. Like, he doesn't have that. But we'll see, if he ends up being there. Said, who is better for a young or developing quarterback? Webb's background coaching quarterbacks directly. So Webb has had direct contact with developing quarterbacks, something that Kubiak hasn't. Kubiak's system-driven quarterback development. Raiders' future at quarterback still uncertain. So, but the last one, all it was is I was just saying, like, basically Webb's background is coaching a quarterback directly. He spends time with them, interacts with them, develops them physically. Where Kubiak's system is Kubiak's system-driven quarterback development, where he builds a system that helps develop the quarterback while he's in there. So if you were looking at who is better for a younger or developing quarterback, who would you pick? And then basically the question would be is, if the Raiders drafted a quarterback, who develops him better?
I yes, I guess I'm first this time. The Webb. I mean, he was a quarterback. He's played the position. Didn't have a lot of success in the NFL, but still he made it to the NFL. So I mean, shit. But and that's what he does. And I thought you brought up a really good point earlier. Is let's see how Stidham does, because as you brought up, you know the quarterback coach is spends most of the way more time with the backup quarterbacks than the head coach or the offensive coordinator. I'm sorry, but so we'll be able to see what he can do because we've seen Stidham, so we know his results. But I still, you know, I still like the idea of a guy that's just supposedly just a go-getter that's not only surpassed what we expected in his interview with us. He did that in Denver, and we talked about that last night, so I don't want to bring that up again. But I mean, he's just supposedly like, I mean, really knowledgeable, really fast, really quick-witted, and extremely smart, especially for his age. And that just means we get him all that, keep him all that much longer. So I think Davis Webb would be the better by far over Clint Kubiak to bring up our, if we were to draft Fernando or whoever, we drafted any other quarterback. I would think
Yeah.
he'd be the better. Not only Trinidad but anybody else.
Carson
I
Beck.
mean, anybody. Yeah, Carson Beck. Yeah, any of these guys. So I would think he would be the better uh, suited for that role by far.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
I think
Ozzy.
basically Kubiak has experience. That's what he's got, and
Yep.
he's not stupid. I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but just saying for our situation, I think Davis Webb is the better candidate.
Yeah,
or
because I would
offensive
say
coordinator, not head coach. So
yeah, and I would say you're right about the system with the runs with quarterback because he comes from Kyle Shanahan's deal, which favors the quarterback in the system by a mile.
hmm
So,
yeah,
Ozzy, what do you think? Who's better for a young or developing quarterback?
Davis Webb. I think that one's like a obvious answer. Really, he's played the position. He coaches up the position currently. And for what we need, I think Davis Webb is definitely. Like long story short, Davis Webb is definitely the pick to answer that question.
Yeah, because I would say this is where I'd say Clint would favor in this deal, but it wouldn't favor Fernando. If Clint comes to the Raiders trade for Mac Jones. That I think it favors Clint right away because he runs from Kyle Shanahan's system. He's seen exactly what he was capable of doing last year. He'll be able to transition him right away. The problem is when you're trying to run with the rookie, he doesn't know those systems. He doesn't know any of that shit that Mac Jones knows from that system and what they do. So I believe, like I've said, I believe Clint is a better play caller and scheme fitting individual people. I
hmm
believe if you are going to get Fernando and you're going to develop him for your future fucking Hall of Fame quarterback, you have to have fucking Davis Webb. You have to have Davis Webb.
hmm
I'm going to tell you guys tonight, I might say his name is Chris Webb, but I swear I only do it because of Chris Webber, dude, for the dude
I
plays.
know. That's what I always thought because of
Um,
Chris Webber from the Kings. Yeah,
Not gonna lie to you, dude. I don't know why the fuck my mind because I watched Chris and talk about him for so many years. I think it's
yeah.
just
I got
natural.
his. I got a jersey, a Chris Webber jersey,
Yeah, I do
actually.
too. I got a bunch of shit
Yeah.
from him, man, and I just feel like, dude, I don't know why. I just keep fucking doing it, dude. But
I was always wondering if that's what it was, man. I'm
it
like,
is, dude. It is 100%. And if you ever hear me say Kevin Stefanski and I say Steve Stefanski, I have no fucking idea why I always say Steve Stefanski. I have absolutely zero idea, but I'll do it all the time, man. But long story short, Davis, when we're looking at the developing the quarterback, spending the time, building that relationship, right? Isn't that what Spytech, Brady, everybody talked about was building that relationship with the quarterback. Spytech literally spoke about it at the podium when he was interviewing at the end of the season about it is very important that you get the quarterback and the coach right, man. Like he made it clear as damn day that they need to be on the same deal. He's got to be able to develop them. So I'm gonna have to give the check again to Davis Webb because he checks all those boxes that Spytech is talking about for the type of person that they want. Listen, I bet you if Davis Webb doesn't interview for the Raiders, I would tell you it'd probably just be a clear cut Clint Kubiak. Like I would damn near just be honest, dude. I would be able to say I believe it would just be a clear cut Clint Kubiak. But the fact that Davis Webb interviewed the way he did at the very first interview of anybody, you have to think about it. If the guy's interview is so good, every interview that comes in after that got to fucking impress the same way he fucking did. And that's setting the standard. That's setting the standard from fucking day one, from when you entered the building over everybody. So if his interview, which wasn't even supposed to be as good as what it was, if his interview turns out being the head coach interview, that means that motherfucker went what uh his standard went what 14 coaches. Then isn't that what they said? We fucking interviewed something like 14 coaches. So you're basically saying that full standard held for 14, 13 other fucking coaches and they couldn't even compete to him. I mean, that's a pretty big fucking deal to be first up and hold it down like that, so like I said, I mean, I'd be impressed if it is, man. I'd be impressed. All
Yeah,
right.
it was 14 coaches. Yeah, I've been following it on the Raiders
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 14.
And they have that. Yeah, I know it's 14. I got them written down. So
that's why when we started, I said 14 because I was pretty sure. I just sometimes ain't 100%. So the next question is, who commands more respect in the locker room? Clint obviously Clint or Webb. Players responding to pedigree versus personalities. Can a younger coach lead veterans? Does name requisition still matter? Basically, who do the players buy into faster? Is it Clint or is it Davis Webb?
I'll
Ozzy.
go first. Yeah, I'll go first this time. I think, if I'm going to be honest, some players might buy into Clint faster just because of the fact of the name and the experience. I'd hate to say, because I'm more of a favor of getting Webb. But if we're talking about who players might buy into faster, it depends really, but it might be Clint just because of what he's already done. The fact that he's in the playoffs right now, like they might look. I mean, both are in the playoffs, but they might just look at his resume more and what he's done, maybe. But then again, they might also look at Webb in that way because he's played quarterback, he's played the game, so it's really hard to say. I think it just depends on each player. I think some players will resonate with Webb more, and some might resonate with Clint more. It just depends on the player, really, because some players might resonate more to the fact of the experience. Other players might resonate more to the fact that Webb's played the game. So I don't know. I can't really pick from that one, to be honest.
okay.
This motherfucker is like the
what-
biggest fucking.
Black
What the fuck that thing was? That's fucking crazy as fuck. About made me get the fuck up out of my own seat. I think fucking.
What was it?
That fucking
blowfly, maybe. Sounds like a blowfly.
I think it's a fucking horsefly, dude. I mean, that motherfucker is like, goddamn, this big. I seen that bitch pop out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck? Like, am I getting attacked over here? Or what the hell's going on? Like,
It sounds like an airplane flying by.
did you hear it?
No, I didn't hear it. No,
I thought it was a blowfly because I heard it. I thought it was a blowfly.
Yeah, that motherfucker was like.
Because that's what blowflies do here in Australia.
I'm like over here fucking looking like, where the fuck is this bitch at, dude? Like it's a plane up in the sky in the clouds. Like, where the fuck is it at? You know? Fucking hear that bitch come out of no fucking you got taken out, bitch. Fucking US missiles, motherfucker. Fucking hoorah.
Drone flying around there.
Hey, that bitch didn't last 2 seconds. Good luck with that shit. You ain't drone flying over in this motherfucker, that's for sure. So what do you think, Mike?
Shit. The question again. I'm sorry.
There's no fucking way.
Oh, okay, and who would get more respect faster? Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I I have to agree with Aussie in the fact that, I mean, Clint has the name, Clint Kubiak, but I don't think that's that big of a factor because I think with just the personality of what I've been hearing, I don't know the guy, of Davis Webb and his innovations and stuff. And let's face it, these guys are young. They're going to associate with the younger coach. I'm not saying they're friends and stuff, they're buddies, but they are very close and stuff like that. And he's going to be able to relate to them in their terms. I mean, not like Kubiak's old. I'm not saying that. But I think at first Kubiak, I don't think it would take long for them. And why not have Kubiak as a head coach and fucking bring in Davis Webb as the OC? Why not?
Because he'll make him a pass game coordinator, QB coach with the same thing because he doesn't run.
Well, that's a lateral move, and he can't really do that.
That's why it won't happen because Kubiak's not going to let him run his offense.
Okay. Then fuck Kubiak. I'm going back to Vance Joseph. Then yeah. I want Webb.
Plus,
I do. I want Webb.
They come from a similar West Coast, but he doesn't run. He's more he is so Davis Webb is closer to the West Coast offense with Kubiak, the way you run games, everything like that, versus Mike McDaniels. He's not close to Mike McDaniels, and both of them wouldn't let him be the OC. They didn't come there for Davis Webb to run their team. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I think is cool about Jim. Jim isn't over there to hold down an either or position. He's over there to seek the whole team. He's there to manage the whole entire team, so that's why I feel like Jim getting Mike McDonald, I mean, he just made them elite. He just made them as elite as fuck, dude. Like, I'm telling you, they're going to be a very tough team to deal with. I mean, Mike McDonald is a great Mike McDaniels is a really good offensive coordinator. There's no arguing it. Go look up his stats. When he went to Miami, he was sixth best first year in offense and first best the second year in offense. Like, he runs a great deal. So there's just absolutely no denying it. And he's one of the best, if not the best, run game coordinator in all of NFL. Just got tagged up with the king of running the fucking football. I mean, come on, man. Like, it's a joke. It's pathetic, so. But if I'm going to say between who do I think is going to command more respect in the locker room, I've heard both of these guys talk, and I've said it. I just feel like Clint, I would expect Clint too. I would expect Clint too because of who his family is, how long he's been in the NFL, the way that he calls his offense. I mean, the offense isn't just not going to respect the guy. You know what I mean? Like, they know who he is. They know he runs a good game. But I also think that's more tailored to more veteran type players. So the veteran guys are going to gravitate to him. But this is where I think Chris Webb or Davis Webb can change it, is because Davis is younger and he does have that energy that gravitates to players or players to him, and yes, he has come from the game playing it. That's something that Clint will never have. Clint will never have that prospect of the way of playing the game like that to that type of level. So I feel like Davis, yes, I think Davis reminds me of like a Gruden type deal, just that fire type guy. And he has that fire in him, dude, which is crazy as hell. I don't know if you've heard, like, Clint's everything. Clint's body, Clint's fucking Clint's body, his voice, everything. Nothing matches up to this fucking dude. Like, nothing matches up to this guy. There's no fucking way this fly keeps coming back alive. There's just absolutely no way. I mean, I've literally killed this bitch 3 fucking times now.
Frankenfly.
I'm fucking telling you right now, bro. I fucking killed that bitch.
Some kind of zombie fly or some shit.
Hey, I think a drone fly, and the next
It must
time
be one of those flies from Australia, man. Everything else.
I'm saying maybe it's a zombie fly because they have these actual ants that kill insects, and
I'm gonna tell you, I don't want to hit with my hat because I have my white hat on, so I'm not. I've thought about like 3 times just fucking, but I'm like, yep, ain't doing that.
I'm just saying because there are insects that can cause zombieism in fucking insects.
Yeah, it ain't zombie these nuts, man. Fucking, but I'm not gonna lie, this fucking fly is starting to scare me, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie. This bitch about to go full on attack mode or something. But yeah, I would expect it to be Clint. Like, I would just expect it. But I think I'm saying Davis Webb has the fact that he played football. He knows, like, he's been in the NFL football. He's been in locker room where they have to hype up fucking people and get behind. Now, being a coach, I don't know what he's physically done in the Broncos, but let me tell you this, if he's got enough recognition instantly to be out there to be a head coach material, have the smarts that he has, all those things, I mean, obviously he must be doing something right over there. So he must obviously know something. I'm just going to favor Clint in this one just because he is a coach right now. He should. He absolutely should. But I've also said I wouldn't put it past Davis Webb to gravitate. I would just say it's a tie for me because they both have their strengths. I would just say they both would have their strengths here, so I'm gonna say it's a tie. Who gives the Raiders a clear
What's up,
identity?
Nate?
A clear
Yeah,
identity.
Jess, what's up? I'm sorry, what?
The next question is who gives the Raiders a clear identity? Kubiak's run game, structure, discipline, Webb, innovation, quarterback friendly, modern schemes. Something the Raiders have lacked identity for years. What should the Raiders be known for again?
Am I going first? Okay. Punching people in the mouth. So strong run game, strong defensive line, aggression, basically aggression at the point of attack. I think that's what we're lacking right now. We don't bully anybody anymore. Like our offensive line doesn't really bully anyone. I mean, Gentry is the closest thing we got to bullying anyone. I mean, he's knocked us all out of a couple of dudes this year, but we haven't really been known to be like that team that is just aggressive. We haven't been able to stop the run for shit on the other side of the ball. So I feel like that's where it starts. I think we got to start at the trenches, man. We got to get aggressive in the trenches against both sides. And so, wait, what was the other part of the question?
Just who gives the Raiders a clear identity, and then I just put at the end, what should the Raiders be known for again?
Okay. I think if you bring Webb in, I think he can do it. I think either person can do it. I mean, Clint's obviously built offenses. He's been play calling. And I think Webb would be able to do it as well. He's played the quarterback position, which is like the leader of a team. So I think he could have a good idea of what he wants the offense to be, like what he wants their identity to be. And then the fact that he's developed quarterbacks, the fact that he's calling offense and over there under Sean Payton. So I think, and also the fact that he's like kind of like bouncing off of Vance Joseph and that over there with the Broncos' #1 defense, pretty much. So I think Webb could bring some of that aggressiveness over here onto the offensive side of the ball. So I probably prefer Webb, to be honest. He's going to have that young energy. He's going to come from a Sean Payton kind of system where they're known to run like they like to run the ball as well. So and they like to play aggressive defense. So I think he'll probably try and mimic that in the offense over here. So I'll probably go with Webb. But Clint's definitely got the experience though. So I can see us getting either, but my preference would be Webb.
I'm sorry, were you finished?
Yeah, I'm good.
Um, I I I got to go with Clint on this one, man, because just like you said, Aussie, uh, Clint has that hard nose, run the game, you know,
Salute, Chubbs.
do the running game, pound them, I mean, well, pause, but just run the ball and and just it, impose yourself upon the other team. And I think with Clint, with his background, that's more what he's about. Whereas Davis Webb, he's a game coordinator and a quarterback coach. So I mean, is he like a run first coach? I don't think, maybe he is. I don't know, but I know what he's been doing for the last 3 years, and it's nothing to do with the run game. It's all about the passing game. So that's why. And as far as my opinion, I would rather have that smash mouth. We're gonna pose ourselves on you we're gonna keep giving you gut punch after gut punch for 3 quarters. By the 10th round, you're about ready to go down. You know, by the fourth quarter, you're just done. You're wore out. And I think Clint Kupiak is more likely to do that than um, uh, Davis Webb. Now I'm starting to think Chris Webb.
Fucking, I'm telling you, it's a curse, bro. It's a curse. So there's two things. Like, I would agree with the Kubiak statement because yes, he does pound the ball, dude. He has the fucking run game. He runs the run off the pass. That's what he does. The thing I would have to think about is first off, when you look at Peyton, he does the same shit. The problem is his quarterback isn't matching the same energy when they pound the ball on people. So it's really hard to get a gauge off of Bo Nix's inconsistency in the passing game all year long to sit and say that what if Sean Payton had a quarterback of Sam Darnold of what he's been doing all year long running out of that deal. These guys run the same type of system. Sean Payton, dude, he comes from the old school fucking Bill Walsh system. They'll air it and fucking ground and pound you. So right now, Clint does it. Clint does it for a living. That's what he does. He builds plays. He designs them. And I'm not going to say Webb don't design plays. Obviously, he does. He came to the meeting prepared as hell to begin with. So he most definitely designs his own plays. I would just say Clint calls him. He knows what's transitioning right now. He knows what's working out there during it. I don't know how involved Webb is with Peyton. Like, I don't know to what extent is this guy fucking – he is the pass game coordinator, so he most definitely is in there, every single play in there for sure. I would just say if Webb runs Sean Payton's system, which I'm pretty sure he will, I would say they're both even because they both run the same system. They're going to run the ball, everything. This is what I would give Webb the advantage on. Innovation, being younger, more up, thriving, more, he's just coming out. He's more with those guys' age and with them. Plus he is one of them. Then the quarterback friendliness of how he develops a quarterback. It's something that Kubiak doesn't have. He just doesn't have it. The modern scheme, I think they both have the modern scheme. So I think that's irrelevant. So, they just cross each other out in there. When we look at structure and discipline, I think Webb wouldn't be as I don't think Webb would be as good as he was in the interview if he didn't have discipline. And I don't think he would have been as good as he was if he didn't have structure in his meeting about what he thought about his team. So, like I said, what should the Raiders be known for again? I mean, they both run the West Coast. Al Davis would be sick to his stomach. So, I mean, that's what we're going to be known for is the West Coast. That's what they're both the West Coast. So you're going to run the fucking Bill Walsh, which, I mean, Al Davis helped Bill Walsh design the West Coast. He just isn't a fan of it. He's just a more throw down field and make you go get it type shit, So, I mean, it's a problem because it almost seems like every deal here, it's like as good as Kubiak is supposedly supposed to be, why does it feel like Webb checks all the boxes of what the Raiders are going to be looking for? Like it seems kind of weird. Like the more and more we go through the questioning, does Kubiak have the run game, the structure? Yeah, because he's doing it right now. But if we look at Webb behind him, Webb runs the same system. He's going to run the same system is what I'm saying. He physically doesn't run Peyton's team. I don't think he does. But when he leaves, that's the scheme he's going to run. That's what he knows. It's what he's learned the whole entire time. It's the same system. So, again, I would say Kubiak would win this one. And but again, the question is who gives the Raiders a clear identity? I'm going Webb, man. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to go Webb. That's my opinion. I'm just going to go Webb. So that's how I'll go with that one. Kubiak might not even leave the Seahawks, especially if he ends up winning the Super Bowl. I've said that. I've most definitely said that shit. I mean, that's the thing that scares me the most. That's the thing that scares me the most. that if Jesse is to land at the Ravens and fucking Minter was Clint was supposed to get that job or something, and then all the jobs start closing off, and he's like, yeah, I ain't going to the fucking Raiders. Like, listen, Fernando has yet to declare for the NFL. All right, people are just saying he's going to the NFL. He's been one full day out of finishing out the season, and he ain't declared for the NFL yet. Listen, his brother just transferred from Indiana to Georgia Tech. Like,
Did he?
Yeah, why would he go to
I
Georgia
didn't
Tech?
know that
Yeah, why would he?
Fernando was talking about how he would take over his role.
Yeah, that fool bounced. He fucking going Georgia Tech, dude. He was like, yeah, see you guys the fuck later, fucking straight up. So there's obviously something.
Maybe he knew something.
Maybe. And I mean, I'm not going to say what if Fernando's staying again, dude, and he wants to go start, so he's going somewhere else, because you would think if Fernando's leaving and he was to take over, that's how it would work. But in the case that somebody else is there, it's either Fernando or somebody else just came into Indiana that's better than his brother, so he's going to leave to go get playtime at Georgia. There's nothing wrong with that, but at the end of the day, Fernando is not declared the NFL. So
Fernando would be a fool not to declare for the NFL.
Can you fucking imagine if he said that he's not? Can you imagine if that motherfucker came out and was like, I'm not going to go to the NFL draft?
Why do you think he would do that? I mean, with the draft class coming out next year being better quarterbacks.
His mom and dad are fucking Christian as shit. I mean, what if he don't want to play for the Raiders? What if?
I guess that could be the case. I mean, but damn,
City literally
is that worth like the millions and millions of dollars?
What does it matter to him if he can get the trade and get out of there and go?
Shit, we don't even know if New York trade. Well, does he want to go to New York though?
But let's even be more real. Let's be more real. He can probably make more money in NIL anyways than what he's going to make in the NFL next year. So,
well, yeah,
the only thing the NFL does is say, "Hey, we're going to give you $35 million for 5 years." What college says is, "Hey, we might give you fucking $8 million to come back here for 1 fucking year." So there could be a big reason, and I'm not going to say that that's what it is.
I think in the long run, he's going to lose a lot of money, though, if he did that.
He would be a fool because if he's not going to get the first overall pick again in his
right, that's what I'm saying.
Next year, Archie Manning's going to get that shit if he's up there. That's for sure.
And for the rest of his career, he's going to always have that.
Yeah. If he goes back and don't come back and get it. But I'm going to tell you something. If I was him, I would do it. I would go back and bet on himself, because I would say the most successful quarterbacks in the NFL are people that have multiple years on tape in those schools. Like, he doesn't. He just has the 1 year. So that can be a big time knock on him, man, going in there. I've said it. Chambers come from a D2 school straight to the SEC and had a better fucking run than Fernando not even being in the SEC. He's not even in there. So, like I said, he's not even playing as hard as competition as this motherfucker over here. And he still spotted him 2 games and was 8th on the Heisman Trophy list and damn near caught them all in passing, rushing. He probably beat him in rushing, but I mean, the kid's no joke. The kid is no joke. So if Fernando enters the back in college, I'm gonna tell everybody right now, man, he'll be lucky if he's top 5 quarterback in next year's draft, dude. He'll be lucky.
That's why I'd be foolish.
Yeah.
You want the $8 million now, or do you want, the tens of millions later?
Fucking, you imagine if he gambled on himself to be like, nope, I'll be number 1 coming out next year too. I'll be like, damn. I mean, that would be crazy as hell.
If he did that and it actually worked out for him, I'd be fucking just totally amazed.
And I'd be pissed off then. I won't even lie to you. I'd just be like, fucking bullshit.
Yeah, if he doesn't declare, imagine what that does to our potential trades for our number 1 overall.
Imagine what that does for everybody in the NFL this year when it comes to quarterback value at all.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just
We're
Yeah,
talking
that
about
would that
Carson
would be
Beck.
like the
Or,
butterfly effect there, man, going on. You know.
oh, it would be Carson Beck is your number one quarterback in this year's draft,
Yeah.
because if Chambus wins the court case, they go back. That would put Carson Beck the number one quarterback in this draft.
Yep. And that would just drive down what trade picks we're going to get, our offers we're going to get for that number one overall. Then what are we going to do? Pick up Arvell Reese? I mean, number one overall. I mean, what are we going to do then?
Oh, I'm 100%. I'm 100%. If Fernando goes back, it's Averill Reese all day, every day. Fucking, we ain't trading
Right.
shit. We're going through this draft the normal way we should, for factual truth. So I think that'd be better. Just fucking take out Fernando, send him back. Let's get Averill Reese, and then let's go draft this way. We don't need a quarterback this year, man. Like, we just don't need the quarterback this year.
I
I'm
know.
really not worried about the quarterback this year at all.
That's why I like the idea of him coming out this year. Declaring for the draft, and then 99.9% chance that the team that trades with us, is probably going to be the Jets. If they trade with us, we move back one spot. We can still pick up all these picks and still get Arbel Reese. And
Dude,
so,
there's thing you got to think about it from the player's perspective. The player can be hearing this type of shit, and he's like, fuck that, I don't want to go to the Raiders and get traded to the Jets, and I don't want to go to the Raiders. Like, the guy can be thinking right away, like, I don't want to play for either of these fucking teams. Send me
that's
back.
probably where he's going, to one of the two.
Yeah, and
So,
he's probably like, fuck that, I'll just come back to Indiana and we'll run it back. It ain't like he's going to be on another slouch team. And listen, I would give him props as fuck, dude, if he went back and still came back as a top 5 or not, because like I said, you're going to be in a very competitive class next year. And yeah, were there a lot of guys that stayed back this year and fell flat on their face? Yeah. But these guys in this next deal,
or get horribly injured.
I mean, yeah, you got people like Levitt and all them dudes like going to LSU and all. They ain't doing that. They had dude from fucking Kentucky just got put over at fucking oh fuck, where'd he go? I think he went to Miami, right? He went to Miami. Dude in Kentucky went to Miami. Fucking dude's a baller. Guy's an absolute fucking baller. And you're gonna have Archie, CJ Carr. I mean, you're gonna have some balling motherfuckers in this next year's draft, dude. You're gonna have Dante Moore. I mean, you're gonna.
I wonder if CJ Carr is going to come out next year, because he's still got.
All of them are eligible to come out next
Well, I
year.
know he's eligible next year, but I mean, I would like to see him stay. Well, I'm a Notre Dame fan, but I'd like to see him stay another year unless we get him on the Raiders.
Yeah, I've always said if
I want him to play for Notre Dame or us, one of the two.
Yeah, facts. I mean, and don't get me wrong, that's the only quarterback that Tom Brady has publicly spoken about, is in like what he likes about him, traits, everything, what he would offer to the team. Like, he ain't never talked on Fernando, man. Like, he's never said it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've heard him on the show, like when he's had to talk about on the show, like what he's done, things like that, but he's never referred him to us or anything, so I think when you think about that, a lot of people are going to overhype players and people are going to get it all pumped up. You don't think it's easier for the Raiders to trade up or trade away a overhyped player? If everybody's fucking listen, Tom and them smart as fuck. It'd be smarter to let them hype them up than go do what AP did and walk into fucking media row, dude, and be like, we're going to get Jaden Daniels. We're getting Jaden Daniels. Like, and then fucking bitch goes up by a fucking second pick, Like, you can't do that shit. So you can't go out there saying it. Like, if Brady and them keep playing up fucking Fernando being the top pick, this, that, oh yeah, fucking everybody, it's easier to sell, way easier to sell. So I think the Raiders, like I've said, I think if you're getting Webb or Clint, I mean, I would assume you're getting Fernando. I would absolutely be mind fucking blown if we got Davis Webb or Clint and we fucking went and got Averill Reese. I'd just be
Yeah,
dude, I'll just be honest to you. So I think like Averill Reese only works in certain scenarios depending on the head coach, you know. So I think if Tom Brady truly believes that Fernando has all the traits
Mhm.
and they got to develop them, then I mean, this is why Brady's here and why we want him here, right? We want to see where his evaluation is and what he believes he can see the future of this team. And if this is his first vision of what he truly believes, this quarterback, building this line, finding this young fucking quarterback, because listen, you got to look from Brady's point. Brady's going to say, hey, man, a lot of success came here from Josh McDaniels when I was over there with the New England Patriots. Like, yeah, did Bill run it? Yeah, but without Tom or without Josh, I would have never got where I was at or never been where I was at. Like, Josh McDaniels is a massive credit to why Tom Brady is the way he is today and got through some of those games. And not, he was always being challenged by Josh. And the thing is like, you show me places where you see Tom Brady just straight yelling at Josh McDaniels. You don't see that shit, dude, because they respected the hell out of each other for a long, long time. So I think what Tom's trying to reenact here is having that connection with that court or with that head coach or OC that can give him that same connection with that player. And just the more and more, like I say, we go through the questions, I feel like Davis Webb is already tagging out multiple of those deals. And again, it ain't bias. It is exactly who he is and who Clint is and who Davis is. We'll go on to this to 6. This guy said Chiefs Kingdom, fuck the Raiders. What is this guy's name? Mike, the sports fan TV. You can just suck a dick, bro. Like straight up. And you got some balls come over here. I mean, your quarterback's all fucked up, dude, sitting in a wheelchair, fucking limp dicked and all. And then you're gonna come over here and I guarantee you'll be like, oh, but we won Super Bowl. Oh, yeah, you got the same as us. So shut up. No one cares. In my opinion, nobody wants to coach the Raiders. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, maybe there ain't, maybe there ain't. I don't know. Things about the Raiders, they have to start winning. I mean, this shit is tiresome. And who again wants to coach the Raiders? Well, I don't like answering fucking the same questions over, but yeah. We do have to start winning. I'll agree with you on that one. We'll have to agree on that one. 3 Super Bowls, 7 years. Still gay. I think Mike would have taken the job if we offered, but Brady might be too slow on the trigger, I think. They going all in on Kubiak. I agree. I don't think Brady wants Mike. I mean, at the end of the day, Mike's like fucking cokehead, bro. I feel like he can come in there with a lot of the energy he has. Do I think it was dumb that we didn't get him? Yeah, but we're not going to be around the guy every day. We don't know what kind of energy he puts off. I've said it, man. Now that we have let Josh just walk off as an OC where we could have hired, he's still young. He's only 42 years old. He has a winning record, dude, and he's shown he can win, and he's shown that he can turn around a team, and he's shown that he can take a halfback and just run him down your fucking throat. So I mean, when you're sitting here saying you have Ashton Jeanty in your backfield and he's not, considered as a fucking top candidate for the head coach, I mean, it's just telling you straight up, dude, like it has to be Clint. Like I believe it's Clint. But I believe if they get to that point where Clint either decides to stay or go somewhere else, that's where I believe fucking Webb comes in. That's like Webb's the fallback choice. Webb will be the safeguard that if we can't get him here, we'll get him. Like that's how I strongly believe it is. I mean, Jesse Minster is a fucking joke as our head coach. I mean, there ain't nothing that guy is like, hell yeah, can't wait to watch his defense fucking here with the Raiders. Like, no, there ain't nothing on that guy I'm even I would like to see Varro. There's a difference. Varro, man, that guy's impressed everywhere he's gone, dude. Taking shitty defenses and turning them into good defenses, and that's what we are. We're shitty defense, so you need people like that. I mean, Flores, I'd love to get here, but I don't think they want to do that right now. And I think Flores is either going to the Steelers or the Ravens, man. Like, I think Flores should land a job over there. You know, the quiet, yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm scared because Kubiak is the silent type. Worried if he can rally the guys. I mean, I agree. I mean, I've heard multiple reports about that shit. That's exactly the kind of guy he is. All right, so we'll keep going forward. Who is it, Ozzy first or you first?
I'm not sure.
I can
Doesn't
go
matter.
first. So, you want to repeat the question for me, the actual question? Just because I was just listening to you guys talk.
Who is the safer hire versus smarter gamble? That's going to be the topic.
Right.
Basically, Kubiak's NFL lineage and experience, Webb's upside but limited resume. Does this franchise need stability or boldness? What do you do? Safe or swing for the fences?
I
Me
feel like
or Aussie? Go ahead, Aussie.
all right. Yeah, I was just gonna say. I think at this point we've got nothing to lose. I mean, if you ask me who the safer pick is, obviously it's Kubiak. Kubiak named the experience has been an OC and everything. But I think we're better off swinging for the fences and getting Webb in, especially if we, like we spoke on earlier, we bring him in with a guy like Vance Joseph. Yes, Vance Joseph might be a failed head coach, but if you bring in an experienced guy like that, let him run the defense and be the head coach because he already has the experience of it, and then bring in Webb as the OC under him to give him a few years to get his feet wet, so to speak, rather than just throw him straight in the deep end, then I think Webb would be the better long-term solution. And I think we've been sucking that long that we can't rush this and just go after the big name like Kubiak. I think we have to go with what's best for the Raiders' future, not just what's best for right now. So, and I think, like you said earlier, you bring Vance Joseph, our defense is going to step up. You bring in Webb. I think Webb has no problems developing a quarterback or designing like offensive schemes. And I think from what came out from the reports of the interviews when they interviewed Webb, like they liked what they saw, the way he came prepared and everything. So I think he has no problem running an offense. I have no question about that. I think it would be good to pair him with an experienced person though, just to start off with. Even if it's like Vance Joseph for like 3 to 5 years. You know what I mean? And then with the plan that Webb takes over eventually at some point. I think that's the best option. I'd actually prefer that option over taking Kubiak because like we said before, there's nothing that says that Kubiak can't come in here and be another Josh McDaniels. So either way, you're taking a risk. And if I'm going to take a risk either way, I'd rather go with the younger guy, the guy that could be the next possible bloody young John Gruden, young Sean McVay kind of hire over Kubiak. That's just my opinion,
because if he works out, if you swing for the fences on him and he works out, I mean, that's a grand damn slam. But if he doesn't, who cares? He was still young and he can still be an OC. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think you can win-win on that one.
Yep, I agree 100%. All right, I'll let you go now, mate.
Oh, your mic's muted.
Sorry about that. I'm gonna say the more stable choice, you know, from what we know right now would be Kubiak. But I'm more, I'm finally done with all the, patching things up. I want to, start over, and that's a total rebuild. That means trying out new things that look good. And I think Davis Webb looks good, so I would swing for the fences and take Davis Webb. But as Austin said, and we all know, I mean, sometimes we want a little security or a little security blanket, but no, fuck it, not this year. Just swing for the fences on everything, and then keep what works next year, and get rid of what doesn't.
That's facts, because if you swing for the fence, you're able to find out faster who's good and who's not. You don't got to sit here and wait years to build a team when you only get to watch 17 games a week or a year, and then you don't get to watch them for fucking 6-8 months. Like it doesn't make that sense. It would make more sense just get the shit out of the way right away. So I would 100% do that. For me, I think obviously the safer bid would be Clint. He already knows it, this, that, the other. I think swinging for the fence is clearly Webb. Clearly, and I would take Webb. I'm just gonna be honest. I would take Webb. So seventh question is who would Brady trust late in big games? Clock management, play calling under pressure, adjustments at halftime. Fourth and goal, season on the line, who's calling the play?
My first this time.
Yeah.
Shit. At the beginning of the season, I have to definitely say Kubiak. I'm sorry. I mean, he's got the experience doing it. We don't know. I mean, we know that Davis Webb can design some plays and shit like that. He's a passing game, the passing game coordinator. But as far as the critical things, the experience, look what happened to AP, for example. The dude could not, figure out. He even had people to do it for him, and he still could not figure out how to manage the clock because he hasn't had the experience. I'm not saying Davis will be like that. But I'm just saying Clint Kubiak's already proved that he can. So I'd have to go with Clint on that one.
I'm just gonna be honest with you too. I mean, I don't think there's even a question about it. Davis Webb has not called the plays, but don't get me wrong. He is a pass game coordinator. He is a fucking quarterback coach. There's nothing saying that Sean hasn't asked him, hey, what would you run here down on the goal line? The question is I don't know. You know what I mean? So if I'm going to physically go with what I do know Clint calls his, and he's damn good at it. So, but this is something else that you got to keep in mind, which I heard during the playoffs, and I don't know why it's like this, but they're the third worst team in the fucking red zone. They're the third worst team in the NFL this year in the red zone, scoring in the red zone. So that's got to be a big concern, but their team's so damn good, I don't think it really matters. You know what I mean? So, Ozzy, what do you think?
Yeah, I think with this particular question, you have to give it to Kubiak this time, even though I'm more supportive of getting Webb. But I think when you talk like the question you posed, I think, yeah, you have to give it to Kubiak with the experience of play calling on this one. That's pretty much how I feel about the question you asked. I think if you're saying the game, who's going to call players in the game line who's done it before, then obviously Kubiak, because right now he's in the playoffs as the OC with Seattle, so he's going to have the experience for sure.
Facts. So we're going to question 8. If this hire fails, which choice hurts less? Public appearance, basically, of each hire, media reaction, Brady's reputation as a decision maker. So Brady's reputation as a decision maker. Which miss is easier to recover from? So basically, it's saying like if this hire fails, which choice hurts less? So basically, they're saying like if you hired a coach out of Webb and Kubiak, and one of them was to fail, which would be easier to say why it did? Like what it would be. And then basically they're saying at the end is which miss is easier to recover from? You know, like which one's not going to hurt as bad? Ozzy.
My bad. Sorry, I just mute my mic when you guys are talking because I'm typing, like I'm multitasking. I'm doing uni stuff at the same time as listening to you guys talk. So with this one, Webb, I mean, because if you look at it, talking about what you said about Brady's, like his image, say he takes a swing on Webb and it fails, then the story is going to kind of be spun that, you know, everyone thought Webb was this up and coming guru and everything. Brady took a swing because he could felt a kinship as a quarterback and they wanted to give him a chance to prove himself. He's still a good OC that can develop and blah, blah, blah. Like you can spin that story way easy, but you bring in Kubiak, a big name like Kubiak, and it fails, right? And it fails. It's pretty much going to be the story is going to be spun that no matter who the Raiders bring in here, they cannot succeed. Like they can, like that's exactly what's going to be said, and then that's going to damage our reputation as a franchise more, and ever getting a good coach again. Because any coach that's looking at the Raiders is going to think, "Fuck, they couldn't even get a Kubiak to succeed." Like that's how they could have Tom Brady and Spytek and Kubiak and all this money in the world, but it couldn't solve shit. And it's going to damage the Raiders' reputation. It's going to damage the like Brady's reputation, Spytek's reputation, like everybody's reputation way more if that fails than if Webb comes. They bring him Vance Joseph, who's like a veteran guy. He's done it before. And they bring Webb under him and all that. You can easily say, well, number one, if it comes in and fails at first, they can just fire Vance Joseph and then make the change and say that and put it like say, oh, Joseph, maybe he's not they gave him a second chance, it didn't pan out, blah blah blah. So I think going the Webb way is less risk than going the Kubiak way and it failing. Because if you fail with Kubiak, man, I mean that's just asking for trouble. Like the Raiders' name will be dragged through the mud if we fail with Kubiak. I'm just saying. Whereas I think you can kind of spin the story a bit more if they bring in like the Vance Joseph Webb hiring kind of deal, or even if they did bring in Webb as the head coach. Just saying, not saying they would, but if they did bring him as the head coach and it didn't pan out, they can say, "Oh, he was young, he wasn't ready yet," but they gave him a chance. Like you can spin that story way easier.
What do you think, Mike?
Excuse me. It wouldn't look as bad on the Raiders as if Davis Webb failed over Clint Kubiak. I mean, Clint Kubiak, not I'm not saying he's as old as Pete Carroll or anything, but being an older coach and more established coach, uh, and him failing here too, like Ossie, I think led to a little bit. Uh, it looks worse on us. I mean, but to be honest, I really don't care what this. I mean, I want to start. We got to start taking some shots, and I still think that if yeah, oh shit, I almost went on to another subject. Okay, I think it would be, you know, I think Raider Nation and the organization would look on a little bit easier as far as saying, okay, he'd have a longer leash. Let me put it that way with Davis Webb than you would Clint Kubiak. So I think yeah, Davis Webb would be less.
I think I would agree. I think if you bring in Kubiak and he fell, that's gonna hit you hard. I mean, I think it's just like he said just a few minutes ago, like it's gonna be a hell of a lot harder pill to eat for sure. Like if you go out there and you do bring the young guy in and you do give him a shot, even without Vance, I mean, I can 100% see the same thing. Brady's out here trying to give even young guys a chance now, like they'll find a way to turn it around easily with Brady in that. So I would agree. I think the lesser hit would be Webb. The bigger hit would be Clint. Does this hire tell us what kind of owner Tom Brady is going to be if these were the two candidates?
My first this time.
Yep.
I really don't. Maybe in preseason, or not preseason, but off season, Tom Brady has more uh hands in the in the kitchen or whatever. But I'm not sure. I mean, I have no idea what Tom Brady can do as other than a quarterback. And just because he's a great quarterback doesn't mean he's going to be great in these kinds of decisions. But I, I'm sorry. As far as what it looks like to Brady, I really don't think it's as much of an impact as we're kind of making it out to be, in my opinion. I know I'm in the minority there, but that's what I think. I don't think, he has as much say in it as people are saying he does, in my opinion.
What do you think, Ozzy?
I think it does. I mean, Mark came out and said, I'm basically handing you the keys to the kingdom, you and Spytech. I want you guys to run the ship this year, or I hand you the wheel to the ship, if you will. A bad analogy for the Raiders. We hand you the wheel to the ship and let you guys steer this ship in the direction that you think is best. Because I feel like we've been on a ship now for a long time that's been like fucking lost in the middle of the fucking ocean or something. Like no
Ship without
direction
a
and
rudder.
without a rudder, without no idea
Just
where the
fucking
fuck
going
to.
around in a circle.
Yeah, circles. Yep, exactly where else going around in circles, not knowing which fucking to go left or right or fucking whatever. So he's basically handed the keys to Brady and Swiatek this offseason, said, like, I'm going to let you guys decide where we're going to go next to find us a way out of this fucking fog or whatever the fuck we're stuck in. And, like, so I think it does tell a story of who he's, if he narrows it down to Kubiak and Davis Webb, I think it tells us two things. One, he knows he's done his due diligence because we've already interviewed however many candidates by that point. 14 already, could be more coming. Then the fact that he's out of those candidates, he's reduced it to either a young and upcoming OC that does have like the chance to be a head coach, like he does deserve that opportunity. So there's no doubt about that. Whether he succeeds or fails, he does deserve the opportunity to see whether he will succeed or fail. So he definitely deserves the chance to do it. And then the other guy, the young guy in Webb, is you can also see beyond just the big names. And you can see the potential in certain people. Just like people saw the potential in John Gruden when he was coming out of the thing with Andy Reid and all that years ago, just how people saw the potential in Sean McVay a while back. So it just shows that Tom does understand not just playing football, but he understands what it takes to try and turn this fucking franchise in the right direction one way or the other. So I think depending who he picks, either one that he picks, he wants to pick someone young. He wants to pick someone that has at least some kind of knowledge of the game, where he's playing quarterback and developing quarterbacks and whatever the amount not played called before, or going with the guy that, yeah, he can play cool, he has experience, blah, 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 but he's never developed a quarterback. So they both have traits that are worthy of being picked up by the Raiders. And then if he goes with the Vance Joseph and Webb deal, then it shows that he wants not just experience, but experience and innovation, and that there's a long-term plan with Webb behind. So I think it will tell us what kind of owner he wants to be moving forward, I think.
Hey, facts. I mean, if you're talking about his first year physically coming down here, putting his stamp on it, shooting for the highest coordinator in there on the market, and then still holding on to a young, innovative dude that's on the up and coming. So he's trying to give a dude that is the best in the NFL doing it right now. And he wants to go out here and give even the youngest up and coming guy a chance too. So he didn't count out either which way, from the highs to the lows or not. Tom Brady's willing to give anybody the chance if it's the right person. Shit, Al did, So I think if we're sitting here saying that he can come down here and start putting a stamp on it, you guys got to remember, man, Tom doesn't own the team. And he has a contract with Fox for, 8 more years? But there's nothing saying that one day Tom can own the team. I mean, he's going to make a $400 million profit off of the Fox gig on top of the money he's already has. And then he's going to get the money from, he has the aces. I mean, damn, Tom owns all kind of shit. But long story short, at the end of the day, if plus he's investing into the Raiders, he's going to make a lot of money. He's going to make a lot of money over these next few years. So if you're telling me that over the next, let's just say 8 more years, Tom starts putting more and more and more and more time in it, he'd be 53 years old by the time his contract ended with Fox, and then they would either re-up him or just call it what it is. So he's only 53. Mark, what is Mark, like 65 right now? So he'd be like 72.
Oh, he's way old. He's like 70s right now, I think.
Is he?
Yeah, because I thought he was like my age, but no, I heard he's like in the late 70s, I think, or maybe
shit.
early 80s. Look at
Okay.
somebody. I can't look it up on my because I can look it up.
He's
Forgot
early
my
fucking 80s, huh?
let
That'd
me
be
look it up
crazy
real
as
quick.
fuck.
Let me see here. Where's my Google app?
I mean, I heard Mike was already made the deal with them and they're going through the deal. Like I heard that Mike is.
How old is Mark Davis? Sorry, didn't mean to. He's 70. He's 70. He's born in 55.
Yeah, so 78, 80.
So he'll be 71 this May.
Yep. So you're looking around 79 by the time Brady gets over here full time. And Mark's already sitting there wanting to give up certain roles at certain times. Like for Mark to give up being in hiring, picking the next guy, that's got to be a big deal to him. You know what I mean? So for him to just say, hey, man, I'll step back, Tom. Everybody wants you to put this on there. Like, I'm willing to let you do it. That just shows a lot of trust. And it's like I've said, all the owners, I mean, you have the dudes from, what was that, Mac or them? Mac that was with them, right? He's the other guy, that 15%er that bought 15% of the company. He was there fucking, but long story short, that's why I just say, like, I can see Tom being the face in the next 8 years, and that's how it should go. Like we shouldn't have to force a dude that's never done it. If he wants to do it, have him go do it. But this is something people got to understand. Tom invested in the Raiders because it has a high profitable outcome. But, Tom wouldn't be asked to go and run somebody else's team. Tom put in a percentage, and then Tom's being asked to run the team. The whole organization is what they're asking him, and that's not how shares work, So I think at the end of the day, for Tom to be able to sit and say, you know what, I'll go put my name on it. I'll go down there and go do this. It just shows like how much he does care about the Raiders for some fucking weird reason, like
he cares about money.
Yeah, I think it is he just cares about football because
he's doing Pizza Hut commercials for Christ's sake.
I mean, look, why wouldn't he just go invest in the Niners? Or how about this? Why wouldn't the Patriots just give him 5% of the team right now? He goes over there and he don't do nothing. And he still
maybe Robert Kraft wouldn't do that. Who knows?
But that's my point. He could have done it with the Niners. That it's his hometown favorite team. Like not hometown, but still like his favorite team. And he could have done it in multiple.
Maybe the Raiders gave him the best offer.
Yeah, I mean, why would he want to work when he don't have to work with those other ones? Is what I'm saying. He don't have to work
making money.
I mean, he doesn't make no more money for him coming in here and putting his name on it. He ain't getting paid.
Let's not forget he likes the spotlight. I mean, he wants.
I mean, that's a pretty big spotlight to go through 7-time Super Bowl champion and go put your name on a losing franchise that you have zero connection to just for the hell of it. I mean, that's a pretty damn big risk in your career. I mean, people are always going to look at what you're doing and later on too, like
I don't think it's that big a risk because I mean everybody, except for Raider fans and Raider people, shit on the Raiders, and if he doesn't make it there, they're like, well, it was the Raiders, it's not his fault. So I think it's a high reward, zero risk offer.
if
So
he if
that's
he
why I think
don't
he
do
took it.
good, the Raider fans are going to crucify the fuck out of that
Well,
guy.
he don't give a. Do you think he gives a shit about us?
I mean, I don't. I mean, I don't. That's my point. I think he does because that's my whole point. That's my whole argument. He could have just gave Mark the money and got 5% and not do. He got a 10-year contract with Fox. Why does he need to go and say, you know what, man? In my off time, where I can be out here fucking bitches on yachts, I'm gonna fucking head over here and do a coaching candidate search for your team. Like, why the
That
hell would he do that? He's
he's
already made
taking
400 million.
he's taking money everywhere he can. Like I just said a minute ago, he's doing Pizza Hut commercials for Christ's sake. Does he need to do Pizza Hut commercials? Does
Yeah,
he
but
have some kind of investment in Pizza Hut? Does he really care about Pizza Hut? But no, he's gonna, he'll take that chump change just because he's money hungry. That's what he is.
Pizza Hut endorsement is he showed up one place, they filmed for like 3-4 hours, came up with
Right.
fucking 10 commercials, and he never goes back. The
Yeah, and he
Raiders,
made
he's
money
got to
off
be
of it.
over there every day. He has to be over there every day, putting his deal, his time, his scouting, his recruiting, his resources. Like that. I mean, my whole point is when you go and put an investment into certain things like that, he didn't go do it to go to work. Where's the other guys that are fucking invested in the organization? Where the hell are they at? Fuck, they got 15 fucking percent, 10%. He only owns 5%. They bought in 10 with him and Richard. He has 5% of the Raiders, and these other dudes got 15%. There ain't a fucking guy anywhere around.
I'm just saying he's grabbing money wherever he can. It doesn't matter to him who it is or what it's for. He's just grabbing every dime he can. And that's all I'm saying. Whether I be right or wrong, that's how I
Yeah,
feel
but the
about it.
money, the
I don't
money
like fucking
factor,
Tom Brady. I'm sorry. I can't stand Tom Brady. I'm sorry.
yeah, the money
Maybe I'm
factor is
biased. Maybe
irrelevant.
I'm biased.
The money factor is irrelevant because what I don't think we're understanding in the conversation is the money factor is irrelevant when he puts the money in a team that he don't need to work for. What does he have to work for that team for? He could have went to the Titans, the Browns. He can go to any 31 other teams. Somebody's going to give him share of the team. And there's a lot of teams out there just as profitable where he would have got the shares regardless. What I'm saying is if he did that in those deals, he's not going there looking for their head coach. He's not going there trying to build them a fucking team. He's just doing what you just said. He is putting money and taking the money. That's what he's doing. He's just
Yep.
taking money. He didn't say, let me give you my money and me fucking come work for you. Like he didn't say that shit. But there's a thing. That's why I strongly believe I'm just going to say, and I've said this for a while, I strongly believe Tom Brady at the end of the day will probably become the Raiders' next owner of the Raiders. I mean, he starts right now with fucking 5%.
Exactly.
He starts with 5%, lets that fucking build up on his 400 million. And then he starts getting that money over revenue. He's going to be able to buy that part out. So, I mean, like I've said,
Exactly.
you've watched Mark go from, I don't think I can pay what was it, 800 million? I think it was 800 million or something. The gains tax from his mom when she passed, if she passed then, all the way to motherfucker got $8 billion. He can pay that shit no problem now. So. I don't know. I think if Tom does it, man, I mean, I'd love for him to do it. But I also
Hey,
think
I'd rather have him quit his Fox job and really put some time into the team when we really need it, not a Skype call or an off season where they meet up in Miami where he lives anyways.
Yeah,
It's not like
I think
it's not like
also
he had to fly across the country to go to that event. It was like in his hometown basically. So, I mean,
I
I'm
think
sorry. I just don't.
what
Yeah.
Tom will tell them. Tom will tell them, when you start paying me more than 40 million a year, I'll fucking come over there. The Raiders ain't paying. He's
Exactly.
idiot.
That's what I'm saying. It's all
Yeah.
about the fucking money.
I
That's
mean,
and,
hey, I
and,
mean
and he
that's
follows the
anybody.
money,
That's
and
anybody.
that's why I think
That's
he's with the
anybody.
Raiders because he followed the fucking money, and he saw the potential of maybe being the owner of a fucking NFL team. You
Yeah,
know,
in
of
10 years. In 10 years.
a high, and he's not stupid. I'm not saying he's stupid. I just don't. I think he has no commitment to the Raiders. Well, he does now, just for his future. But I mean, he had the best deal he could get with the Raiders. That's why he didn't go to the other 31 teams. Raiders offered him fucking. They were basically begging for him, uh, to come in and then just do Skype calls and do video visits and maybe if somebody is in your neighborhood you can talk to them. You know, I you know, and so he took it. It was I can do whatever I want. If I want to go to these things, I can. If I don't want to go, I don't have to. So it's basically we're his bitch.
You know, Unleash. It's fat. I guarantee you, Mark and them talked about it. I guarantee you it's already been talked about through the Raiders that if Brady became owner in there and something happened to Mark, that they would pass it to Tom Brady. Tom
Yeah.
Brady's big of a face. I've said this, dude, and I'm going to keep saying this. When I used to go to games down there in Oakland and Al walked out onto the field, you'd watch people, motherfuckers be out there partying, fucking smoking, fuck everything, just fucking going. And fucking, you wouldn't even be looking this way. You wouldn't even be looking over here. Everybody be down here. All of a sudden, you just, hey, look, there's fucking Al right there, bro. Motherfucker, he's come down out here. All of a sudden, you just see, fuck, everybody's just, fucking, there's Al. I've never been to a game where a motherfucker did that for Mark. Not one fucking time. You'd be lucky. You'll see a few people. Oh, there's fucking Mark over there. Like, it's
I
not.
actually met Mark one time on the field at a game
Yeah, I've met him a few times too.
in
My
Oakland. I only met him once. Yeah, but yeah, it was like 3 years before we moved. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, they're good people. I mean, like I said, I think when you're looking at the mystique, and this is something I've always strongly believed, there's certain people that have this. It's just like I've said, Al, when everybody's fucking, I mean, what is that? Like 60 some odd thousand motherfuckers, and one guy walks out in the corner of a motherfucking field by people and just fucking everybody's just like fucking just boom, gravitate instantly. When you don't feel that with Mark, I've said it, it's just not been the same. But what's been crazy is there's only been two people now, but one before it was John Gruden, dude. Like I've said it, John's 100% Raiders. I don't know if people ever been down there in Oakland when he was there, but holy shit, dude. Like the dude he was phenomenal. I felt like that's why I love the Raiders, dude. Like in that time right there, it's what made me be like, all right, I'll go through these losses. And I thought every year, I swear, I thought every year, oh, they're gonna fucking bring Gruden back. They're gonna fucking bring Gruden back. And these motherfuckers never did, like I was so pissed. But when he finally came back in 18, fucking, I was like, fuck yeah. Like I was one of those guys, dude, from every day I was like, these motherfuckers better get Gruden back this year. We're gonna hire this dumb motherfucker again. And I feel like we're right back there again with the same shit. And it's a miserable deal. It's like I've said it is just an absolute curse, you know. So when Tom Brady entered the field, it's like the same thing as, like I've said, with Al and John. You have almost that same vibe, that same feeling, dude, to where people are like, hey, there's fucking Tom right there. Hey, fucking Tom down there. Like it's a whole different deal. And it's something that I feel like has been lost in that team for a minute. And when you watch a guy that's a Patriot fan or fucking, you know, well, he played for the Patriots. He's a Patriot, you know, like I don't think he's ever going to go against that, nor should he. I mean, that's who he is. But the thing that I think is crazy is like I heard somebody say some shit like, oh, this is the first time Tom's repped Raider gear when he was at the Miami game. Like they're trying to say like that was the first time he's repped Raider gear. And I'm like, yeah, bullshit. Tom Brady reps Raider gear all over the fucking place. Everywhere. I mean, this guy could be at the Pokemon deal fucking sporting Raider fucking t-shirts and fucking hats. Like Tom supports the Raiders massively when he's not wearing a suit and tie for Fox. I mean, I don't know where the hell the deal said that that's the first time Brady's wore Raider gear was at this game, but that's a bull-faced fucking lie. So I don't know.
Of course he does.
It's
money in his pocket.
Yeah, Tom Brady's all about the Raiders, man. And I've said it, if Mark did die and, you know, oh boy, fucking, I mean, I can only imagine what this team can fucking be at that point. I mean, Tom would 100% retire tomorrow. Like fucking, he'd retire fucking tomorrow. I mean,
oh yeah, the Fox contract wouldn't make him near as much money as the Raiders will.
Fuck, hell no, that 5% will turn into fucking 35% real fucking
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, you're gonna be making.
And then we'll no longer be his side bitch. We'll be his main bitch.
If you're winning, I'm not nobody's bitch, but yeah, I've always supported the Raiders. Fucking win, lose, or fucking draw, you know. So I'm gonna reap my rewards of fucking most definitely losing all them motherfucking years. That's 100% fact. So I can give a fuck. And like I've said, if he can go out here, the guy hates the Chiefs just as much as we do. Like that's even more crazy. Like that guy, he has fucking rivals already in our rivals, you know, like, and you think about Tom when he is on the field with these guys, like this guy, he's a different breed, man. I've said it. He's 100% different breed. And I think, like I said, when you would see him get pissed off and be in dude's face out there on the fucking field, no matter if it was the fucking enemy or his fucking team, like Tom you'd never see a video of him bowing down to fucking nobody. And he's one of those motherfuckers that the second you push him down, that motherfucker's right back up right in your face, dude. And I mean, I don't know how many times you watch where fucking dudes talk shit and he'd go right over, get in their face and tell them like, yeah, you fucking watch, motherfucker. Like, you about to lose this bitch. And then he go beat their ass. Like I've said, like Brady is a different breed. And imagine when he gets to own the team, how he'd be being in them fucking meetings and, deals with motherfuckers ain't like Tom ain't gonna be. He'd be out right away. He'd be a guy that demanded fucking accountability right the fuck away, dude. Like people, when he walked down the fucking office, they'd probably start moving. All right, let him fucking through. Like Tom can change the team. I know he could. He's smart as fuck. He's hella smart, dude. Like Tom can do it, but it's like Mike said. Right now, he's so young, and I mean, he's so popular, dude. Like he makes money everywhere, dude, everywhere. So I don't see why he would stop doing that for now. And again, like I said, Mark owns it for now, and that's just the way that it's going to go. Let's go on to the next questions. We got a few more questions, and then we're going to hop off here. I can't be on here for too late. Last night, we were on this motherfucker for late. Ozzy.
Sorry, man. I was just listening to you guys talk. Can you just repeat the actual question for me?
So
That's just listening
the
to you talk for a
question is
minute.
going to be, what's the ceiling? What's the ceiling with each coach? Kubiak ceiling, consistent playoff team. Excuse me. Consistent playoff team. Webb ceiling, breakout modern head coach. Floor versus ceiling debate.
Right. So okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah. So with
Which
Kubiak,
hire?
obviously,
Which hire has the higher
ceiling?
upside?
Webb. I'm sorry, but Webb. See, with Kubiak, you got more of the likelihood of certain things panning out just because of the experience, the background, the family that he comes from, blah blah blah. But if you're talking about who has the highest ceiling and the highest potential, it has to be Webb. Like I've said it time and time again, Webb could be that next young John Gruden, that next Sean McVay. So I think if you're saying who has the higher upside, I have to go with Webb. And I also think the development can be there too, just because like you said it before, guys that have played quarterback and then become coaches have like a higher rate of success. I mean, look at Jim Harbaugh. Like, let's be real about that for a minute. And also, guys that play quarterback, you have to have like that kind of mentality or like that football IQ in order to play quarterback. And then sometimes that same IQ translates into becoming a coach. So that's how I see it. So if I'm going to go Webb on that one.
What's the ceiling with each coach? Will be
well, with Kubiak, obviously the ceiling with him is he can be like his father, I guess, is his ceiling. Like he could be a really good coach, carry on the Kubiak name. So there is a higher ceiling with that as well. But like I said, with the ceiling with Webb, man, we can't pass up the opportunity if he is the next Sean McVay, young John Gruden type of coach. I don't think he can pass that up. Could establish our own link tree for years.
I know if we fucking fail on it because we're scared and he goes on and does it somewhere else,
I'll be pissed.
We're gonna look like fucking we're gonna look like clowns. We're gonna look like absolute fucking clowns.
Yep.
Did you hear the question, Mike, or no?
Yeah. The higher ceiling and the higher floor. Um, shit.
The floor versus the ceiling, but yes.
So the floor versus the ceiling. I think it's. Uh, I would go with Davis Webb again on this one, just because I mean the potential, the higher for we kind of know what Kubiak's done, in his years. That's the one thing we know. He's had years, so we know where he's at, which is a very high level. Shit. I don't say, I don't want to say it, but I'm gonna have to go with Kubiak because I mean, from what we know right now, from what I know right now, I think Kubiak has the higher ceiling because I don't know as much about
What
Davis Webb, and so I'd have to go with what I know now. I'd have to go with Kubiak. Would have a higher ceiling.
It's easier to say Kubiak because he's already put tape down, everything like that. So it's easier to tell the Kubiak for sure. The floor and the ceiling is I guess I would have to say one, nobody knows what Webb's ceiling could be. That's the dangerous part. Because he hasn't put it out there yet, but he would tack this way different than Kubiak did. Kubiak went with the Shanahan offense, dude, went to the fucking Saints, dude, and went with Derek Carr, left there, went to another veteran quarterback, and Sam, I mean, his record shows if he has a veteran quarterback that can listen to his system, they're going to have good success. That's what his system shows. So it's almost like, isn't he reaching his ceiling already? Because where do you go from there? Like, where do you go from there? If you haven't put
I
any,
agree. That's how I see it
if
too.
you haven't put any,
That's a good point.
if you haven't put no young quarterback in that system to allow him to thrive and see where he could go in there, I feel like you're kind of already up at your ceiling in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel. Where Davis Webb, he's already worked with young people. He knows how to develop them. He comes from there. He knows how to explain it, translate it. I believe his ceiling can be much higher. I believe it can be much higher just because of the fact of the way he came up with developing the quarterback. I think that's a massive check where if you don't have that check, I mean, a lot of people are not going to look at you as the same coordinator versus him having that check and being a damn good coordinator. I mean, he's just checked two of the biggest boxes on that side of the ball. So for me, I think, I mean, Webb's floor is where he is right now. That's what I'd probably say. And I would say his ceiling can, in my opinion, be higher than Kubiak's because Kubiak hasn't wanted to take the risk to go with somebody young yet. Now, if he comes here and he says like, hey, I'll run with a young guy this year and I feel confident I can, hey, let's see it. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to be against the guy trying to hop on a Bronc, you know. I'll be right there to watch. That's for damn sure. A lot of times when people get bucked off, it's funnier than fuck, you know. So I ain't gonna lie, but if he can ride out, I mean, the guy, I mean, he's gonna earn it. So I would have no issue with it. But just saying off of Webb's history, he'd probably be winning that one already. This one don't matter because they're not gonna do that. I mean, who can better develop young talent? So, like, as in draft picks, not free agents, and build winners from them. Teaching versus system, long-term roster growth. Who makes young players actually improve?
I'll go with Webb because he's already doing it with Bo Nix and stuff like that. So I'd say that Webb definitely has the upper hand when it comes to developing young players. He's already been doing it. And I feel like Kubiak's more that kind of coach that goes with the veteran. So whereas Webb's more the guy that's got no problems developing either. So that's how I kind of see it at this point in time. I mean, I won't say Clint can't do it, but it just from what I've seen so far, he's been more the veteran.
Receivers? Has Clint developed any receivers anybody can think of, or
no, I can think of? I could be wrong though.
Anybody? Has Clint developed anybody?
I don't think so. The way I don't really see it. I mean, I could be wrong, but the way I've seen it, he comes into teams that's already full of veterans and then just runs his offense through them. So that's how I kind of see it. Unless I'm wrong, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I haven't seen it.
So basically, Clint goes to a team that already has the players in place.
Yeah, and then he just makes them better. He makes the veterans better.
He just makes them better through his system.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I don't know if I'd have to Google it, but I don't know if like what players he would be credited for. They can't credit fucking Derek Carr. I mean, that's for damn sure. He don't get no credit for that shit. If I'm thinking at the Saints, like, would it be Rashid? Like, would he get credit for Rashid over there? I mean,
but I'm pretty sure Rashid was there before he got there. So, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, what player has he developed anywhere along his stint? Like,
I can't think of any, to be honest. They're all vets. I don't think so. I think he's always gone with veterans or guys that at least been in the league a couple of years. Like, I've never heard of a rookie that I've heard of that's just come out and shown up under him.
And I think the reason just Davis Webb is getting the opportunity right now is just because Like again, they have a young quarterback, everything, and he's behind the scenes, and that's what his job is. So, I mean, I think one is a little, and that's the other thing that's weird as fuck. Like it seems like in tonight's questions, it's like, yeah, Clint is most definitely the better quarterback or um the offensive coordinator on paper because of, and don't get me wrong, because he's calling plays and he's kicking shit out of people in the NFL. But I would say at the end of the day, God damn it, I hate when I read that fucking message. Fuck, I can't remember what I was just saying. Damn it. I absolutely hate when I read a message and then I can't remember what the fuck I was saying in the middle of it. It's so weird how that shit works.
It happens to me all the time. That's why I turned the chat off. I can't see him anymore because I kept doing the
Oh,
same
I
thing
had
you
a
were
message
showing.
on my phone and I
Oh,
fucking read it in the middle of talking and then all of a sudden it just like wiped my memory
whew, God.
fucking clean. Um,
Well, you were talking about
well, that's what I was gonna
we were
say.
talking. You were talking about the
The
you know
developing of the players,
the
like his
development of new players coming into the
yeah,
to the Raiders.
and he gets what's his name? Davis Webb, he's getting the credit for it because he's doing it right now. But when you look at Clint, he's calling the offense, he's having success, but he hasn't done none of this shit. It's weird how that's probably why Davis Webb is on the up and coming and why people, because he went through those stages and he's probably looked damn good doing it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's where the scary part gets about how good the guy could be. But we also don't want to overhype a guy that's never done a thing, thinking that he's just going to come in here and change shit and all this. Like, it's a real tough borderline, man. Like, it's a real tough borderline. I think dude said earlier when we were talking back and forth, what did he say? He only been in there for 3 years coaching, and he's going to become a head
Right.
coach of the
I
of the
don't want him as
Raiders.
head coach. Don't want that.
You know what I mean? Like that's crazy as hell. But if you put Vance Joseph in there, you're able to equal that out. And don't get me wrong, you'd be better off putting Clint in there just because of his experience of what
Hmm.
he's done. He has better record as of right now. You know what I mean? So Webb's gonna have to absolutely ball out in his next interview if he even gets an interview, and that'll go for Clint too. But I mean, so far you got 2 in-person second interviews for defensive coordinators. So
Mm.
I'm still wondering if uh if he ever made any good players, if he ever developed any players.
Well, the thing about me too is I really don't want Davis Webb as a head coach. I really don't. I think that's too big of a step. I mean, for the 3 years of coaching experience, not even being a coordinator, I think that's too big of a step. And I don't, you know, maybe I'm wrong. It's just in my opinion, I think that's too big of a step. I'd rather pick him up, have you pick up a defensive coordinator of some, to run the team, to be the head coach, I should say, and then I'd be totally fine with Davis Webb as an offensive coordinator. I think it would be a mistake to throw, you know, Davis. In my opinion, I think it'd be a mistake to throw Davis Webb into the head coach position this year. And if
Fuck
they
yeah, I
do,
would too.
if they do, I hope I'm proved wrong.
No, I think it would too. All right, this is gonna be the last question, then I'm gonna have to hop off. But this last question: who brings a better staff and connections?
Hmm.
Kubiak's NFL Family Tree and Network, Webb's younger, rising coach circle. Coordinators matter as much as head coaches. Staff building wins championships. Who does it better?
My first this time.
Yeah.
I have to go with Clint on that one. I mean, he's got to have more contacts. I'm sorry, he just has to. So, the more contacts you have, the better off. I see Davis Webb not having as many contacts in the 3 years he's actually. I know he's been in football for his whole life, but I'm sorry, but I think Clint has, especially from the experience he has, he's got to have more contacts. That's my opinion.
I'm 100% with you on that one, man, because his family most definitely got I heard straight up
Yeah.
that Clint gets the job. They got advisors over in the Eagles and shit that are gonna leave and come join his staff. Like he's
Hmm.
most definitely connected with people for sure.
So, yeah, he will draw people, draw other assistants and coordinators and stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I already said my thing.
What do you think, Ozzy?
Yeah, I think this one's unanimous. You can't deny the fact that the Kubiak would have the most connections within the NFL for sure. Not just because of his own experience and then how long he's been doing it as an OC and everything, but also just the whole family's connections and stuff. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's no denying that he'd have the connections. I mean, you bring in Webb, you have to get Brady and use his connections and whatever to find his pairing and stuff. I think I don't think. I mean, I could be wrong, but I just don't think that Webb would be the one to actually bring over the DC and all that kind of stuff. I think it would have to be up to Swiatek and Tom to organize all that around him and give him the support stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of with what Mike said. I don't mind bringing in Webb as an OC and then having like Vance Joseph as the head coach in that with the experience. But I don't think it's a good idea to have him as a head coach right away. I think it has to be some kind of development plan. So yeah, I'd definitely give that one to Kubiak with the connections for sure.
That's facts. Yeah, that's facts. I mean, where's one? Yeah. All right. Well, either way, freaking. I mean, we at least know who would we be getting some ways or another if we were to go with Webb or if we were to go with Clint. I mean, for the most part, they both seem pretty good in both of their ways. Some advantage others over other deals, but at the end of the day, they both seem like they have a pretty good offense, pretty good few tangibles. I just think the one thing that Webb clearly beats him at is quarterback development. It's just number one. He just beats him at. It's not even close. So I think outside of that, I think it was a pretty good deal. We'll see what happens tomorrow and probably go live tomorrow night. But we'll just play it by ear and see how it goes from here. If you guys have anything else that you want to bring up for tonight or any topic or anything before we hop out of here.
No,
What do you guys pick? What are you
go
guys'
ahead, mate.
picks? I mean, what are you guys' picks?
Oh yeah,
For,
for the thingy.
the,
Oh, he means for the championship.
Who's
for the
picking?
championship games, yeah.
Who's
Huh?
pick or who's playing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll start with New England and Denver.
I'm taking New England.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
take New England because they've got the quarterback and they've also got a good
Yeah.
team defense.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm going with New England as well, and because of that, because Stidham's in there, he's all right. But yeah, and then the other game is the Rams at Seattle, and let's not forget Seattle lost one of the running backs, Chambliss, the other day. So
I'm going to go with the Rams. I just have a feeling that it's going to be Rams and Patriots Super Bowl, man. I think they're going to do like the whole Tom Brady, young Drake May, young Tom Brady, fucking reincarnation of when it was Brady versus Buff style fucking Super Bowl for some reason.
Okay, Dustin.
Fuck. I mean, if the Rams play like they played like in the last game where they were just knocking the shit out of people, I think they kicked the fuck out of the Rams. I mean, that's a tough one because the Rams showed that they can. Well, this is a hard one because, I mean, Darnold, you say like his number one issue's been in big game moments. So he's always had issues in them, but this year he seems like he's doing really good. This would seem like a game, if you're going to have big game moment fuck ups, this would be it. And the Rams are a good team. I mean, they're a good team all the way around. I would probably. Where are they playing at the
Seattle. Seattle. Charbonnet is out, although Walker looked really good on Sunday. Walker's another badass too. And that other guy, the other running back they had coming in, has also played a few games this year. He's not bad either. I can't remember his name. It's a tough one.
I'll take. You're saying for the Rams?
What?
That guy's injured, or is that for the?
No, Charbonnet is from the.
Seahawks.
I might not be saying his names right, but it's Seattle, the running back, one of the two. They have a tandem of Charbonnet and Walker.
I'll just take the Rams. I'll take the Rams.
Okay,
I almost want to change my pick on.
So you guys are both take the Rams. I am going to go with Seattle. I mean, that defense. I mean, is just insane. Number one defense in the NFL. I think even without Charbonnet and at home with the crowd noise, I think Seattle takes that one.
What is
So we all went with New England, and then I want to make sure I wrote it down right. Aussie and Dustin, you both said the Rams, correct?
Yeah, correct for me.
I mean,
Okay.
I might as well just say fuck it and go with what's the other team? New England and
Seattle. New England and Denver was the other one. And that's at Denver.
You know what? I mean, I have nothing to lose because we're getting down to the final fucking game. How many? What's my wins and losses?
Okay. Let's see. Shit. Let me.
All right. Well, I already know. I have a feeling I know. I'm just gonna go Broncos. I'm gonna go Broncos because all of you guys.
I think you're only like 2 games behind us, man, or
so this
something like that.
This is how I do it. I'm gonna go Broncos.
Okay.
Instead of the Patriots. Even though I want the Patriots, I have the Patriots in the Super Bowl, but I'm just gonna pick Broncos in here because I can't get back even if I don't try to offset it some way somehow here. If I just pick the same, then it stays the same. So I'm gonna say Broncos in this, and then I'm gonna
right now it's like you have 5, me and Aussie have 7, so you're right there. I mean, we're all 3 right together.
I'll go Rams and Broncos in this week.
You're going Rams and Broncos. Okay, I got you down. Rams then. Aussie and
I
me
know
are
they're
going
both. I
with.
know they're both. And like I know they're
Yeah, I mean, hey man,
good as a
fucking swing for the fences, man. Know what we were talking about?
Yep, Ozzy will be even with me in one game, but that'll still give the Super Bowl to be able to go back.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going
you
Rams.
still, yeah,
I'm going Rams
if
and
you
New
pick
England.
up,
Yeah,
well,
I'm Rams and New England.
Yeah,
yeah,
because if I
he said Rams. You'll pick up one on me with
I'll pick
the
up
Rams.
everybody.
If the Rams beat
Everybody.
Seattle, you'll pick up one on me on that one,
Yep,
and you'll pick
Yeah.
up two on me because I have Denver too. So
I'll pick up one on everybody if I get that Denver pick, man. I got one right
you
back
get
on
the
it.
Denver pick, you'll pick up two on me.
Yeah, I'll try,
And then
man. I'll try.
The Super Bowl will be the deciding factor. It's just
Yep.
tight.
I say fuck it. I'm gonna. Hey, gotta try it. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. I do think it'll be a Seahawk Patriot deal, but the Rams just in these moments find ways to win. And thinking about it, like uh Stafford, man, he just plays good, man. I mean, the fucking guy. I mean, the whole
I
game.
think I just feel like it's gonna be like a replay of the Super Bowl with Brady and Goff a few years back. Except for this time we Drake May and fucking Stafford. At least Stafford's an upgrade from Goff in my opinion. So it's gonna be a tighter game this time.
Oh yeah, that'd be good. I mean,
We can't forget either that Sam or shit, my battery's dying. God damn it. Uh, uh,
we're about
Seattle
top
quarterback
here.
also Matthew Stafford is also dealing with some oblique issues. So
Yeah. All right. Well, shoot, I don't want to have your phone die and so on, but
I got
well,
like 10%, so I'm good
all
for
right.
a few minutes.
You guys have anything else you want to bring up before we hop off here?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Well, so really do appreciate all you guys. Really do. Let's see real quick. We can. Really do appreciate everybody in the chat, man. Really do appreciate all the mods in the chat, man. Appreciate everybody on the panel, everybody that showed up tonight, dude. Really do appreciate it. Outside of that, I hope you guys all have a great night. If you guys want to give a shout out before we bounce, feel free.
Yeah, shout out to everyone on the panel today, and then shout out to everyone that showed up in the chat again. Appreciate you guys showing up, and then shout out to everyone who might watch the replay later. Don't forget to comment.
I'll say the same thing, man. Shout out to you, Dustin. Thank you for letting me on your show again. Aussie, it's great talking to you. And Aussie's always great talking to you as well, man. I love chopping it up with you guys. We seem to get along. It's just good conversation, man.
Yeah, did it, bro.
Hell
And
yeah.
the chat. I've been reading a lot of the chat tonight, and there's been some fucking awesome comments in the chat
Hell yeah.
tonight too, man. So shout out to the chat. I mean, yeah. So
Hell yeah, we read it the whole entire time. I mean, you guys have had some damn good comments and everything all night. So really do appreciate it. Really do appreciate guys coming in and chatting. So like I said, hopefully we'll catch you guys tomorrow night. You never know, man. Maybe we get a hire tomorrow and we'll be talking about who we've got tomorrow. If not, I imagine we'll hear something and we'll find something to talk about. So outside of that, I really do appreciate all you guys. I hope you have a great night. And we'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace out. Raider Nation for life, baby.
Peace
good
out,
night,
everyone.
everybody.
Hell yeah.
You need to go outside, Grace.